It's season 3 with me, Matt.
And me, Neil.
And me, Sam.
Welcome to this instalment of the Adeptus Terra podcast.
Strap in and relax.
Come and get your monthly hit of 3 idiots hooked on that plastic crack.
We hope you enjoy the chaos you're about to experience. Hello and welcome to season 3, episode 7. I'm Matt.
I'm Sam.
I'm Neil.
And here we are again, gentlemen. It feels like forever. Was it last episode we were recording in separate rooms?
We were recording in separate rooms last episode, yes.
It feels like it should have been 2 episodes ago. It's been a very long month.
That was your fault.
Probably, sure. I don't
Yeah, because I was...
You went on holiday.
I
No, he went on holiday at the right time. I think it was your fault.
No, it wasn't my fault. It was Jenny's fault.
I was back.
It might have been Jenny's fault.
I was back.
Which by extension means it's your fault.
Yeah, all right. I'll take it.
I wasn't in
I'll
Italy.
take it.
As her-
I have like 20 like banked up
As her
opportunities
owner,
to mess things up.
as her owner, it's your fault.
Uh,
Legal guardian? No.
I'm going to play this bit. Just this bit.
Do it.
Anyway, welcome to the episode. We have lots to talk about. Me and Sam went to a heresy event.
Yes.
Last heresy event of 2.0.
Woo!
So that was
Shit.
really cool. We'll talk about that. We will talk about that, what we've been up to as normal, and we have a Spotlight Lore segment for you this episode. Before we jump into Legion of 3, as always, we like to highlight our monthly hangouts. So our next monthly hangout, by the time this episode goes live, will be the 31st of August. Very last day of August. Come and hang out. We do a Google Meet from 8 p.m. onwards, and we look forward to seeing you there. There's a great crowd that come every month, and we love seeing repeated faces, but there's always room for more. We'd love to see new people come and hang out with us and do some hobby and talk about this hobby we love. And sometimes it goes into movies and wider life as well. So please do jump on if you're available. We put the links in our Discord and on our Facebook page. So come and hang out. I think that's enough of an invitation.
I need to figure out...
You all right there, mate?
Sorry. I didn't offer you guys a drink. That's probably
No,
why.
I probably do need one.
It's fine. We'll do this bit first.
Yeah.
I need to figure out what I'm going to hobby. 'Cause
Yes.
we've got one obviously on Sunday tomorrow, and
Yes.
I need to. Part of me is a little bit inclined to do some Votam.
Ooh.
Why not?
Because
with the new release
with the new
stuff.
releases on their way,
Why not?
with having another vehicle, and another.
There's another vehicle.
Have you not seen the
No,
releases?
no. So
Oh.
I saw
fuck's
the...
We'll do this in depth in other, but carry on.
Yeah, I saw the I don't know what rank he is with the Nid on his shoulders.
The third devoured or whatever he's called. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thrice devoured.
Thrice devoured, I think.
I like that model.
We'll talk about another because
Okay.
I have feelings.
Yeah.
I have feelings. So
Fair enough.
what's the first section we do?
Legion of 3. So we go through our purchases,
Purchases.
models worked on, etc., etc. And when we get to other, we'll talk about what we're talking about. Neil, is the summer preview that Games Workshop did. So it was like a Twitch live stream, and they showed a bunch of stuff. So we'll talk about that a little bit. The bits that interest us, we're not doing some review of it or anything, but just the bits that we thought were cool.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
we'll catch you up to speed.
Cool, happy days. Because I kind of missed all of that on the Discord.
Yeah. I was where we were at the event or traveling down for the event, so we didn't see it live. We just saw the articles and stuff afterwards.
Yes.
But anyway,
Yeah.
purchases. I have a couple of purchases. It feels like forever ago, but at the start of the month, I ordered some odorless thinner so I could do a bunch of oil washes on some Death Guard, which we will get to in models
And on your
worked on.
shorts as well.
And on my shorts, sadly, yes, I did accidentally drop I just finished as well.
Oh, no.
So it was...
Oh, I suppose at least you just finished.
Yeah, it was
in that
virtually
respect.
finished with. I was using one of the like curry pot lids, so it's plastic, but it's got a deeper well because the powder is in the deeper bit, and you peel the foil off. So I'd kept it because I thought that's going to be really good for oil wash, and it was. But yeah, I picked it up and it just slipped out my hand and landed on my shorts. So
Was that because it was oily?
I guess my hands was probably oily and covered in thinner and everything else. So yeah, so it just fell onto my shorts, and luckily they're cheapo, like Sports Direct shorts. So they're now painting shorts.
Painting shorts.
It's like,
Homework.
do you remember Loopy's
Loopy,
painting shirt?
Yeah.
Which is just like all of these paint.
Yeah, this used
Yeah.
to the top I'm wearing today, my Night Lords one, has a bit of paint on it. It used to have loads more, but over the constant washes, it's actually come off.
Oh, fair dues.
But yeah, this is kind of I need to do some garden work or housework or whatever. Chuck on the crappy clothes.
Yep. Yeah, the usual. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so yes, I ordered the odorless thinner, and then the only other purchases very recently, I think this week, I ordered the new Liber Hereticus and Liber Mechanicum books from Wayland Games because they had a big discount on, and so I look forward to reading them and getting into 3.0.
Cool.
So, Conspiracy Corner, the discount. Do we feel like it's maybe Wayland got like accidentally added a 0 to the end of their pre-order numbers and overbought?
Ooh, could be.
Or do we think GW, in response to the weird community fucking response to
Yes.
3.0,
And
they
all the
went,
leak.
hey guys, we're actually going to charge you like 30% less, so pass those savings on if you don't mind.
So what I've seen is
Hold on. Can I get my tinfoil hat?
Yes, of course you can.
Just put that
I've been super into conspiracy theories the last couple of weeks.
on. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But I've seen 3 shops now with the discount, exactly the same amount,
But
across
are
the
those
same items.
Darksphere only came out with a discount once Wayland came out with theirs.
Yes, well, and so I saw also, I can't remember the name. It was a small hobby shop
Okay.
because I was shopping around, so it's one I hadn't heard of before.
Yeah.
And they had the discount, but I saw it after Wayland's. So whether Wayland was the first one to do it
Fair enough.
or what, I don't know. But I get the impression that Games Workshop have gone, things aren't selling as much as we want, and so we're going to give a bit of a discount to our third-party stores so they can drop the prices so we can get it into more people's hands. It's the main reason I pre-ordered it, because they got cheap, and I was like, wow. The only thing I think is it's a bit crappy to have a pre-order that was out 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever, and now have the discount, because people who ordered on the pre-order drop.
Darksphere came out and said, if
We'll
you
honour
order
that.
it, we'll lower the price.
That makes sense.
So that everyone that did it. Element haven't fucking done anything.
Well,
Element's
no.
still the same price.
Yeah.
What
Element
that
didn't do anything.
doesn't surprise me, because Element is a very big store that gets a lot of attention, and so I think we don't.
Why
need
would
the,
they?
We don't need the discount. Why would we take it?
Also, people have bought from us, so why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels a little sus to me. It feels like
It's strange.
maybe GW have gone, actually, we'll lower our share, so you can lower your discount to kind of
I think
increase your buying.
having the box drop from what was it, 165
It's not a limited run
to
though.
like 126
It's
or
not.
something.
It's not a starter box. That they're running for like this one, and they're not doing any more.
I feel like I've been screwed.
It is. It's not a starter set that they're not going to do anymore. It's like the old Dark Age of Darkness box set was still available. Still available. So I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily a shit. We've printed too many and we can't fulfill them.
No.
I think it's more just this isn't looking great for a 3.0 adoption.
Yeah, that's why I think. Certainly the box. I understand maybe Liber books, people were thinking, I don't want to order that many to start off with. I'm only going to get one. And then whether they actually get the others. So let's put a rundown on all the books.
Or it's a really fucking clever way of playing it from Wayland Games' point of view.
Yeah.
Of going, the pre-order's not out yet. People can still cancel their order. Let's hit them with 35% off. People cancel their orders with the other ones. Let's fuck over the other retailers who've got too many units they can't shift now. And we will dominate.
Yeah, very possible. Money grab.
That's
Could
why
be.
Darksphere came out and went, oh, we'll honour the 35
Yeah.
our competitor has, and we'll give you a refund for the difference. Like,
I mean,
please
that's
don't-
better
please don't
than
leave
what
us.
Wayland did. Wayland haven't said anything about it. But I'm assuming they emailed the people who ordered, I would hope.
Yeah, I'd hope so. I'd hope so. Yeah, you'd like to think so. Wayland are a bit crooked. Not crooked, that's not right. Sorry.
No, it's not nice thing.
I would say they are
Ben,
opportunist.
Opportunists, yes. Yeah.
who do you reckon is the largest non-GW online retailer?
In the UK,
Yeah.
I
Wayland
would
or Element?
guess Element. But then there's Frontline Gaming in Cardiff, which is huge. We just don't order from there because it's Cardiff.
Cardiff.
I think it's Frontline, isn't it? Frontlining?
Isn't Frontline Gaming the one in the US?
Maybe it's not Frontline then. There's a big gaming centre in Cardiff, and they've got a big shop. But they do obviously a ton of stuff other than Games Workshop, so maybe not. I don't know. My understanding was always kind of Element Wayland, but there could easily be a store out there that we just don't use because we haven't adopted it.
Maybe.
Yeah, potentially.
All I care about is prompt delivery and open customer service.
Yeah.
So,
which neither of them
which
are
neither
particularly
of them
great
do.
with.
Yeah. I swear I'm still waiting for stuff from Wayland. Like I lost track now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so our actual purchases. You've purchased the books.
Yeah, Hereticus, and because of the discount, I bought the Mechanicum book because I want to ally in my Mechanicum units that I've got that haven't been painted yet into my probably Night Lords, I'm thinking. I mean, they can obviously go across both, but I haven't got as many Night Lords, especially with the changes, like Javelins. My Javelins, technically, without some more conversion, aren't playable right now.
Yeah.
So, taking them out but replacing them with Mechanicum, and with it being such a good discount, I was like, I'll get that straight away.
Yeah.
Whereas I was going to get that a few months down the line.
And Neil, what have you pre-ordered?
What have I pre-ordered? Everything.
Well, not everything.
Oh, everything. I just gone for everything. Study it.
Mechanicum.
No.
Solar.
No. So I Sat 9 and both Liber Astartes and Liber Hereticus.
Nice.
Which turned up today.
Yes.
Nice.
And Saturnine Sallies or Emperors, or not sure?
I haven't decided yet, but
half and half.
Which army do you even do anymore? I'm just getting so confused.
It's Salamanders and Emperors.
And I will have an Emperor's Children army as well.
Eventually,
yeah.
I played Emperor's Children at the event.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. I do like the Emperor's Children.
I think it's where I never got around to really doing anything with them. It'd be interesting to sort of get my head round, right, okay, what is the perfect way of war?
Rhino Rush.
Because I will still have, I did buy the Whirlwind to go in.
The Scorpius.
The Scorpius to go in. And I've always wanted a Whirlwind on the table.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen regardless of whether it's any
put
good
it
or
in
not.
anyway, yeah. I've got a lot of tanks sitting around that I'll either get included or I'll sell off.
I've been looking more at vehicles recently because I feel like I don't have enough.
Yeah, I'm thinking of chucking a few in my...
I have one in my current Blood Angel army.
Yeah, but it's a Marine army. It's not an Imperial Guard army. Sorry,
do you know some...
Astra Militare.
No, but like Predators. I kind of like Predators.
Yeah, they're cool. I've got 7.
If only I could make the noise the Predator could make.
Well,
I've got 4 of those.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of tanks. Like,
yes,
honestly, a massive pool. I'm thinking of putting some in for the Death Guard. Having done the all inventory, I'm like, actually, it could be cool to have a few, like a couple of rhinos, maybe my Land Raider. Not sure. The one thing I've noticed, right, I've been watching some YouTube battle reports. And I think points have gone down.
Yes.
Because I'm looking at the 2,500
things
points.
disappear quicker.
Yeah, but I'm looking at 2,500 point armies and they look like 3K armies.
Right.
I'm like, how is this 2,500? And a lot of the games have been 2,500, which I find interesting as well. And I'm like, wow, there's a lot here. Like, that looks like a 3K. Like, I watched a SN battle report and it had Death Guard in it. And it had like 2 rhinos, a Land Raider, a Terminator squad, like a Dreadnought, a Leviathan. Like, it was tanked out. There was loads in it. And I thought, that's more than what I've currently got in my list. And this is 2,500.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, this is kind of crazy.
I pre-ordered the rulebook and the Loyalist book because I'm not convinced about 3.0, but I feel like that's the minimum investment that I want to do at the moment to basically figure out if I like it. Because I have a fully painted Blood Angel 2.5K, or what was 2.5 in 2.0. I've got more than enough models of Blood Angels that could be painted to make it up. So like Crimson Paladins, some of the other named units Actually, there's only one named unit in my current 2.5k that I took to the event. So I've got more than enough units to probably take me up to 3k.
Fair enough.
So yeah, who knows? I'm gonna just see how it goes. I like the idea of doing small vehicles. I don't have a lot of vehicles as Blood Angels, and I actually like how my Vindicator came out painted wise. So I feel like I might try, and the next kind of increases, if I have to increase it, will maybe go into vehicles.
Yeah,
cool.
That's what I'm thinking for the Death Guard. Really, like point them up what I've got, work it out, and then go right. I've got 300 points to play with. Let's chuck a tank in.
Yeah.
Rather than another infantry unit.
Did you buy anything else?
I did not purchase anything else because
that's a big purchase.
That was a big purchase.
Like a £200 purchase?
Yeah.
Cool. You got a couple of paints.
Yes, I bought a lead belcher after the serious amount of abuse that my other lead belcher got from painting all of the Blood Angels. It basically turned into like a jelly at the bottom of the pot. And I was eking it out to do the last couple of little bits in the last day, and I was like, I feel like I need to retire this pot and not abuse it any further. So I bought a new pot to keep abusing. And then I also picked up the Army Painter Gold, the Army Painter Speed Paint Gold. I haven't used any speed paint like metallics yet, so I'm kind of excited to do it. And considering my League of Votan are all speed paints.
Yes.
And with some of the other models coming out that have a bit more gold on them, I thought, why the fuck not? And
gold.
I like gold.
I don't.
I also can't remember for the life of me how I painted my vehicles.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. I remember they were like grey.
Are they Eshin grey as opposed to...
I feel like they were black with.
I think they
were. No. I think
they are grey. They are grey. They're not black.
And
then there was a part of me the other day who was like, maybe I repaint everything, and go for an actual league rather than my own league.
Yeah.
Primarily because of the support element.
You've done a lot of basing, and they look cool.
It's a lot of effort.
It's a lot of effort. The vehicle's easier.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they would be.
It comes down to when you increase the force. Do you want to paint the army the same way they currently are?
I really like this game.
Then why change it? Changing your vehicles is something you could play around with and have fun with. Changing the infantry, if you like the scheme, you know how to do it.
It's so easy. It's just a blue speed paint.
Then why change that?
And grey something or other.
Yeah, I wouldn't change that.
Anyway, so I also bought that, and then I bought a Oh, go away. I also bought a litre tub of BioStrip.
For your resin, guys.
Yes. So, as I said, I've got quite a lot of Blood Angels that are painted and, that are not in the current 2.5k current scheme.
Yep.
And one thing I found when repainting my army was because of the thickness of the Turbo Dork paints, some of the detail is a little bit shallow and a little bit getting lost. So, I wanted to BioStrip or strip the resin models, which obviously Dettol doesn't work very well, and BioStrip was recommended, and it talks about it on the Element Games website to strip resin models and stuff. So I'm gonna give it a go. You basically paint it on and then just wipe it away, and apparently it just eats through the paint.
Fair dues.
So I'm gonna try it
like Nitromors on metal. You just paint that on and it like bubbles and flakes
off
and
really?
just wipe it off.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, I don't know. It wouldn't be that easy. I'm sure there must be a YouTube video on how to use it.
Oh yeah, I'd do some research and give it a go.
I've got like a couple of old resin Contemptor feet.
Yes, definitely test them first.
I'm gonna probably brush them up, spray on the Turbo Dork, and then give it a go on that. Now it won't be the same because it won't have hardened over how long it's been on there for. Yeah. But at the same time, I just want to see. But then part of me just wants to just fucking dip a Crimson Paladin in it.
Yeah, I think fuck it, do it.
And then worst case scenario, it's a dead model. They come in groups of 5 up to 10, so I don't have to take 10. I might just take 9 and have one guy with like a melted face.
What's the Legion number? They're like over
9.
10, aren't they?
Oh, sorry. The Blood Angels is 9th Legion. So actually
just bring 9.
9 and then be like, it's because of the 9th Legion.
That's what I did. So my Recon Marines are 7 for the Nurgle number for Death Guard. Just a little ode in my force.
So I bought that. I haven't used it yet. Don't really know where it is. It's definitely here, somewhere. And I just need to get to the bit of using it. But I'm a little bit done with painting Blood Angels.
Yeah,
So
fair
I've-
enough.
Yeah.
I'm kind of holding off.
Fair
Talking
dues.
about done with Blood Angels, shall we move into models worked on?
Yes, I've done none.
I don't think I've painted
Okay.
anything.
Actually, no,
bought
tell a
anything
lie.
else.
I put a load of shoulder pads together from the previous box that I haven't done anything with at
Oh,
all.
the Mark
What the
6.
fuck? You have it, like, the starter box.
You've got so many Marines. That's insane.
Yes, I have.
That's so
I-
cool.
th-
though.
You
that's-
should just not
that-
do
that's-
anything.
to be honest with you, it's worked out quite nicely because now I can go, right, what's the perfect way war?
Yeah.
And that is going to be the
Yeah, I was
motto
gonna-
for this.
My question was going to be to you about, like, are you concerned about the fact that you've not played your Emperor's Children or your Sally's probably very recently in that edition that you
It's
might
perfect to
you might
do
not have
now.
done it, but you haven't fucking built them, then you haven't played them,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter anymore.
Well, the salamanders are still the
They're what, 2K
Mark 3
ish?
that were part painted tactical squad.
I, for one, am just
And-
excited to play a 3K fully painted game of Emperor's Children and Warhammer World Review in August.
Yeah. Right.
If I borrow someone's army, yeah.
Hey, Alan is selling his Emperor's
I
Children
did
army.
send it
He,
to him.
did
I
send
was
me a
like,
link, but
just
I was
just in case you've
if
got
I-
the odd 100 odds of money.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't afford to buy it.
Yeah.
Sure, Alan would do some form of layaway for you.
You're so bad. That's what I said. I was like, I'm sure if you message him,
I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway,
what is it? Get Klarna.
Klarna.
Monthly installments.
Monthly installments.
Can I pay
to
you
our-
£5 a month forever?
Right, so hobby. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it. Go on,
Yeah.
Neil. You haven't done anything.
I've done next to nothing.
Next to nothing. Have you really done anything to your bolter?
So everything is printed off now.
Good, that's good. That's something.
So it just needs to get the trees, the support trees, taken off, and then I need to get a filler primer to spray sand to get it nice and smooth.
Nice and smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get rid of those.
That's really
those
cool,
lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really cool.
So what? The trees are off. You said.
Most of the trees are off. There's a couple of the more flatter bits, the detail bits that have still got a section of the support trees on that just need to be clipped off or whatever, and then tidied up slightly.
Are you going to do it on a particular legion?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Depends. I'd have to look at some artwork and go. Do
Oh, I
well.
like that one. Yeah.
Yes, that's what it's going to be. It's like, oh yeah, no, I like that one.
I have also been experimenting with IR blasters, so that you can turn it into a remote control. I can pass on my research to you.
Okay.
I've just been looking for home automation stuff, and I've been looking at like IR, kind of like universal stuff. So you could do it. It is possible.
I mean, it would be even better if we could just turn it into a Nerf gun. To be fair, because
So much work.
I don't know if it would be, to be honest with you, because you just need to be able to somehow wedge in.
How big is it? Like the magazine.
Oh, the magazine is.
Is it as long enough for a Nerf bullet?
Oh yeah.
Is it hollow?
Yeah.
So you just need a spring and then a
You could just
platform.
basically probably if I
Yeah.
could find out how long the current one is.
The problem would be more retrofitting it.
Yeah.
Like if you printed it knowing you were going
Yeah.
to make it into a... So like having rails for the magazine to push up.
yeah.
But 2.0,
Yeah.
Bolter 2.0,
Yeah,
100% could be a Nerf gun.
My other thing is, although that's very cool, you'll shoot it like 5 times.
Yeah, that's
and
very
then
true.
It's just going to sit on
And
the
it's
wall.
just going to
Yeah,
sit
but
on the wall.
the thing is...
the
it-
amount of hours into making that work to just go, pung.
yeah, but it's because he can.
Yeah, that's the thing. It can.
I mean, he does have an entire Emperor's Children army
Exactly.
to build and paint for August. So
Yes.
he might
Certainly
have the
build.
time
Certainly build.
and paint. Is this just purple? Just airbrush
Oh
it.
no! We have to fund perfect purple,
Oh no!
like the
don't,
perfect
you're going
red.
to be like him. Don't do it.
I think I think
He's given up now, and his
I
models
have,
look good.
I have given up. I've just
and his
started-
models look
Do
good.
you know what? I actually have the models that I found them the other day. The perfect red models that my
Oh.
uncle painted, so I can show you.
fair enough.
I looked at them and I thought it looks different in my head.
I've almost
Nostalgia.
found the perfect purple anyway, so we're all good.
Good.
I feel like it should just be you need to find it out of a bottle. I feel like
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
that. Yeah, no,
mix your own, otherwise it's
no,
just
no,
not
that's
going
God,
to fucking
no.
work.
no. It's.
Who did that? Ryan did that for his Lunar Wolves. He'd mix his own grey for the Lunar
Yeah,
Wolves,
yeah.
and it was just like it's great. It's flipping fantastic.
Yeah.
But replicating it is going to be really hard.
Yeah, you have to make enough.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And when you're doing a large army for like Heresy, you need a lot.
Yeah.
His new rules are really good.
But yes. Anyway, we've both finished 2,500 points worth of Heresy. We were working on them before this month, but they are now finished.
Somebody's going.
This year, it's not me.
That was weird.
We are now finished and have worked through and played our event. The things I focused on was I needed to do a great big oil wash on everything, which I chose to do kind of 1-2 squads at a time.
Yep.
Rather than mass oil wash, and I found that much easier to control. I then did some sponge chipping of black just to break up the armor a little bit. Very light, just in spots. And then obviously, cleaned off the oil wash, blah, blah, blah. Bases as well. My base system looks really nice. I like the end result, but it's a massive pig and pain to do. So it's Rhinox Hide base, then the Crackle Martian Iron Earth.
Yep. Iron Earth, yeah.
Let that dry. And then I put on pigments, powder. And then pigment fixer over the top to dry, and then it dries like very dusty looking bases. I'm really happy with how they come out, but the putting the pigments on is quite messy.
Yeah.
And then the pigment fixer on, and then you have to clean them up to paint the rim, and it's a long-winded process. So that was really annoying, having to do like nearly 100 models basing. That was not fun. I did not enjoy that step. And then it was just finer details like eye lenses. I ended up doing a lot of pinpointing with silver, with the brighter silver in amongst some of the larger sponge chips. So it looked like something had impacted, and burnt around the edges. So I had one or two on. I noticed on one model that I'd clearly gone a bit too heavy with the sponge chipping.
Clearly fucked it.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this might look a little bit better. So I just did it. And I was like, I really like that. So then went through every single model, and just wherever there was a large sponge chip, just a little dot of silver. And I think it really actually impacts the final result. And I'm glad I did it. Took a long time to do that. But I had the week before the event, I had loads of time. So I just did that for a week, which was lovely. And then, they were all finished, and I was pretty happy with their outcome. I really like the Force. I think it is probably my best finished article. I wouldn't necessarily say it's my best painted in terms of technique, because they're all quite simple techniques, but putting them all together, I think it's the best looking army that I currently own. But there's maybe some of my Ultramarines are a little bit finer detailed. And, because they're shiny boys and look all parade ready and marble shields and all that kind of stuff.
Shame they never come out.
I'm going to sell them.
Really, do you think?
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, suzerain's still in the book. Oh.
They are indeed.
Good.
They are indeed. I mean, I think that's what I'm going to do. I will eventually go through the Libras, and after the edition's out for a little while, listen to a couple of this is how to play Ultramarines and see if something grabs me. Because I wouldn't mind going back to like a ZM Force later in the year.
Right.
And going, maybe I'll do like go back to that full shield, breachers, the sword and shield.
Especially if they're after they're releasing the ZM rules.
Yeah, that's
and
what
it's
I'm
on the roadmap.
Suzerains.
And I have a ZM board.
That I have them. Most of them are painted. I think that could be really cool. So I'm not going to rush to get rid of those models. But that's where I'm thinking of going back to. Because that's how that Force originally started. Yeah. Was our ZM challenge. So going back and going, okay, actually, I've got a little ZM fun.
I do.
Shield wall kind of Force could be quite cool.
I do feel like in the last edition, though, I didn't utilise my ZM board anywhere near as much as I should have. So I feel like I need to do something with it.
I think,
otherwise,
again, new rules is a good
Someone's selling them for 60 quid a tile. Which they're being sold, as in like people are buying them for 60 quid a tile. And I'm like, man, I've got quite a few.
Yeah, 50 quid a tile. I'd certainly think about, because do you have more than 4x4?
Yeah.
That's something I would think about, cutting back down to the tradish 4x4, and then make a bit of money on the extras. Keep the ones you definitely want that either are painted the best or the layout that you like the most.
Yeah, but then I'm getting further away from my 6x4.
But you don't use it.
Well, I might use it.
Yeah, but you won't.
But I could use it.
Yeah, well, don't sell them then.
No, I'm not. I take a very big view of unless I'm need the money for something.
Yeah.
I don't see the point.
Yeah,
I've lost too many armies. Like I sold all of my guard tanks to Liam.
Yeah.
And now I play guard, and I could very easily use all of those tanks.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't need to sell those tanks. I just was like, oh well, Liam likes guard. I'll just get rid of him. So there's loads of stuff like that where I've got rid of stuff that I could have, like my old army, could have just kept that. Didn't need to get rid of it. But it was mainly I don't really have space, so I need to get rid of it. Not I need the money, and I should have just been like, I'll find space.
Yeah.
I'll just get rid of my I don't know, clothes.
Yeah.
Warhammer is life.
Yeah.
But yes, once I finished the Death Guard and came back from the event, I have now opened my Space Wolf box,
right?
Stroked the codex,
Good.
got all the sprues out, made some lists. The codex rules are on the app as well.
Okay.
So that's cool. And I'm pretty happy. I've made a 1,000-point list, a 2K that I'm currently building to that I need like 1 unit for. And then I got carried away because I got excited. So I built a 3,000 onslaught force. And my plan is potentially to go up to that 3,000 that allows me to then have multiple different 2,000 points.
Yeah.
So I don't want to play a 3,000 point 40k game, to be honest. I actually see myself sticking probably to the 1,000 point level. But having that... I
think because we don't play it very often, actually 1,000 points is manageable to play and not have too many different units to worry about.
Yeah, no, I do like it. And I think one of the units in my 2K, and then obviously 3K, is my Knight Lancer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's obviously nearly 400 points.
Yeah.
So if I want to take that out, I need something to put in. So having a few units extra. And then at that point, I was at like 2,800. And I was like, well, I'll just add a 200-point tank or something. And then I'm done.
Are you wolfing up your Knight Lancer?
No, because I would still potentially hope to run it either with my Mechanicum or one of my Heresy.
Okay, so it needs to be a stat. Well, I mean, to be honest, right, you could have it as the same faction through 30k and 40k.
Yeah.
And have it as the same.
Yeah, lore-wise, that doesn't work. But my plan is to paint it my own colour scheme rather than go off a known Knight house.
Oh, yeah, we were all going to buy Knights, weren't we, Neil?
Yeah.
Do you ever get
So
your Knight?
that's my goal. So I can use it across. But the main use I plan to use it currently is for 40k and with the Space Wolves. But I'm not wolfing it up where it's only stuck in that one list.
Why were we all going to buy Knights again?
So we have our own Knight house.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another additional thing that was going to happen?
Yeah. If you bought a Knight, I was going like a full scale.
Buy a Titan?
Yeah, I was going to buy a Warhound.
Yeah, I think at the time you hadn't stipulated that it was going to be. There was a joke that it was going to be.
I'll get a little Legion.
At that point, I would have just bought a miniature Warhound.
Yeah.
Like, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our next thing, right? After the season ends, fuck off Kill Team and hello.
Legion
Imperialis.
No. I'm getting excited by Kill Team. I want to play
I'm
more.
excited by Kill Team. I'm excited.
It seems like the bug is finally spreading. But we'll get to that in our Kill Team.
Well, I might
segment.
ruin that on Friday because I'm going to smash him into a hole.
I know you're bringing Carskins. You're
I'm not.
fucked. Oh, good.
No, I'm not. I'm bringing I'm going to bring my kin.
Fair enough.
Oh, the Votan.
Yeah, I've got the Kill Team.
Yeah.
That were just bought as a
As
random,
an extra thing.
thing.
That'd
so
be cool.
Thought, why the fuck not?
Are they built?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not painted.
I
can paint them in like.
There's no paint score in Kill Team.
I can paint them in 5 days as well. Like,
That's true. Yeah.
I painted fucking 85 models in 3 months. I can do.
Do you want to talk about that because we've been waffling?
Yeah, I painted Blood Angels. I'm never painting that many models all at once ever again. It was the worst thing I've ever done, and I don't want to do it anymore. The basing was surprisingly okay. And somehow,
I really like them actually. They're very simple, but they look nice.
Exactly, magically worked. I identified problems where I couldn't tell which model belonged to which unit because all of the assault marines it's 15 assault marines times 3. soul destroying
All
numbers.
deep striking
all
within
deep
12
striking
inches
really
of each
close to
other.
each other. Normally charging the same fucking thing. So what I did to get around that is I did a strip down their back of their bases. Matt had a really good idea about painting the line on their helmet. However, with the new edition, I was like, who the fuck knows what
Yeah,
this
let's
looks
wait
like.
for that.
The Leviathan came out pretty simply. I added on some transfers, which was okay for me because I actually fucking hate transfers. And then
You had an interesting thing with your transfers. They're kind of glossy.
Yeah, all transfers are glossy.
Yeah, but mine don't look glossy on my Death Guard. The one problem I had with transfers was where the bone colour obviously wasn't oil washed first. The underneath
You have a clean patch,
had a clean patch,
which is nice because that's just where they've wiped it away from the transfer.
Yeah, well, so obviously that's where I focused some
Spit
of the
rags.
sponge chipping, and on some models I didn't clean it away as much to kind of blend that in, so your eye doesn't instantly see it.
Yeah.
See,
I have the Blood Angel shoulder pads on all of my guys, so I didn't need to worry about transfers because fuck transfers so much.
I did over 150 transfers on that Death Guard army.
Fuck that so much.
Yeah.
But I did it in like 2 days. It wasn't long.
2 days is still a long time to put on 150 transfers.
2 days worth of hobby time. It wasn't 2 days worth of time.
So I put transfers on the vehicles
and
my contemptors because that actually was pretty straightforward. I actually put a transfer over a transfer.
Yeah.
Because I had a transfer already on my Vindicator that I just sprayed over, and then I just put another transfer bang smack on the top of it.
Same spot.
So it doesn't look any different.
That is interesting. I've never taken a transfer off for a repaint job.
Nah.
I don't really use that many transfers until now.
Do you know when I was doing it, I thought, do you know who'd fucking hate this? Neil.
Yeah.
No. I don't care about that.
But I wonder if you could. Can you reactivate and get them off with the
number 2?
Number 2, whatever
number 2 is.
Soul.
The red one.
Soul.
Not a number 2.
Yeah, just smother with number 2 over it and it will come off. But at that point, I was like, I don't care that much. Who knows what happens with this Vindicator? It might not be in the next edition. So I put some transfers on there. They looked okay. The army came out really, really well. I'm happy with the red. I decided against oil washing, not because of time, just because of time, but also because actually I was quite happy with the way the red came out, and I didn't want to fuck it basically with oil washing. So I actually used not Dirty Down Rust, AK Streak and Grime. I use AK Streak and Grime on the vehicles and the Contemptor. So like they've got like the random vent ports and stuff on the carapace, like indentation, not actual to paint silver. So they all got a bit of a mucky up with some Streak and Grime just to make them a bit more 3D rather than flat.
Yep.
And then the Vindicator as well around the panel lines. I did it there and a bit of around the rivets, just to add a bit of detail.
Cool.
Not my best painted army, not my worst painted army. I think they look really good for what they are.
They look like a Legion.
I mean, compared to some of the armies they went, fucking amazing. I'm gonna win a Slayer sword.
We will talk about that.
But I think they came out. I think they came out really well. The red is really nice, and I'm happy with what they look like. I am excited to paint more Blood Angels in the exact same scheme, so clearly it can't be that bad. And it was a nice way to kind of get them painted for the end of the edition. So I'm happy with them, and actually seeing 50, 60, 70 odd models on the table, fully painted, fully based. It's quite nice. I think I do need to varnish them, mainly for the basing, because the basing is a little bit
gonna crumble off.
Yeah, it's the Geek Scenics, Geek Gaming, or whatever it is, one of those where it's like a mixed bag, so it has like dust, dirt.
Yeah, so you have to kind of do a sealant of very watered down PVA, isopropyl alcohol, maybe some matte medium as well.
Or
that's
hear
nice.
me out, pigment fixer.
Or hear me out. It just says on the on the bag to just use a varnish.
Yeah, just varnish. So
Varnish
you're gonna
them
matte varnish the models anyway.
Yeah, I feel like the matte varnish would be a good idea to just seal in all of the transfers anyway.
It will sort your glossy transfer issue out as well.
Yeah. So I think I might just do that anyway.
Fair.
But again, I don't need to. To be honest, they're probably not going to get touched for a while. I'm going to go back to 40k.
Yeah.
For a bit, I think.
Rouge.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was hobby.
I've
done nothing else. I came back with grand intentions of like actually doing some stuff, but every time I've come to do something this week, I've just played Timberborn.
Fair enough.
Starting my little beaver colony again. It's going
Yeah.
well. I've now I've just started getting bots, so I've got
Yeah.
little beaver bots that go around doing stuff for my beavers. So it's pretty good.
Talking about that, I've been graciously given a PC.
I did hear that.
I have a tower and I now have a screen. So I just need to get my keyboard and mouse and mouse pad. And I'm ready to go. So I'm quite looking forward to it. It was Simon's old PC. So he said more kind of current games, you kind of need to watch the quality level. Otherwise it starts lagging.
That's right. I just turned down the settings. It's fine.
Yeah. So I don't know if it would be up for like a Space Marine 2 level game. I don't know because that's quite intense. But I'm quite eager to play some games, particularly like group games and stuff, like Raft and Peak is a new one that I've quite enjoyed watching streamers playing.
Peak is a really low graphics game.
Yeah.
Steam, they do a compatibility check before you buy the game, don't they? So
Well, I mean, we can. It's quite an easy way of getting around it.
Yeah.
Once you've got everything and you're up and running, just find out and.
Yeah,
let you know.
I'm such a non-technological person that I like. It's a PC. Like people are going, oh, what graphics card's in it? It has one. That's my level of information that I know.
What I'll put out there is the laptop that I use for the podcast will not run Space Marine 2.
Yeah. It's quite an intense level detail game.
This is.
I don't know. My Steam Deck can run Space Marine 2. How can your laptop not run Space Marine 2?
Well, I haven't tried, but I don't think it will.
I mean, it doesn't. When I played the campaign, I played it on my PC because then it looks phenomenal.
Yeah,
it doesn't look anywhere near as good, and I run it on like ultra low settings. But
Yeah.
it works. It runs.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wouldn't buy those games. I won't waste your 60 quid.
No, I probably won't, to be honest.
No.
I'm tight as it is, and I can't afford the models I need. Let alone
spending 60 quid on a game. Yeah,
so
I get you.
I'll probably be playing free games or low like sale games. And
Sale stuff
like
like Raft, stuff like which doesn't.
What
isn't
40k
graphically-
games are out there? Because again, all the PC ones I've never played before.
I mean,
Dawn of
so it's
War's
like,
pretty-
is it
pretty low.
Vermintide?
Vermintide's pretty
Like
good.
I've never heard of that. Like I've never tried to play
Dark Tide.
so you got Dark Tide, which is 40k.
that. Yeah,
40K
I think I've seen that.
Vermintide, yeah. You've got
Dawn of Wars.
Dawn of Wars.
Total Wars.
Dawn of War 1,
Yeah.
Dawn of War 2, yes. Dawn of War 3, don't bother. I wouldn't personally bother with Hired Gun either.
That's the
Necromunda
Necromunda one.
Commander game.
I think the campaign was pretty good. I
Yeah.
enjoyed the campaign. It's quite a nice looking game.
It does look
I
pretty.
imagine it's another 40-50 quid game.
Possibly. It might be cheaper than that.
I don't even know
What else? I don't know where Inquisitor Martyr is in the grand scheme of prices and
Hired
requirements.
Gun is $34.99 on Steam.
Eh,
Inquisitor.
it's not too bad.
Inquisitor.
Martyr.
Yeah. But I am looking forward to playing
40
some PC stuff. I am looking forward to it.
There are loads of games which are not high graphic intensity
Yeah.
that you could get away with playing with his PC.
Yeah,
And then the ones that you like even with those ones, like I said, just run GeForce Now, and then it will tell you what to play them at.
Yes. Yeah, I will certainly look at that as well.
Yeah. Unless
But
it's got a
yes.
Radeon in it, in that point you won't be able to run that.
No, I don't think Simon's a red.
I don't know.
We can figure it out.
Yeah. So yes, what have you guys been doing before we then talk about the big preview and all the other stuff we were talking about before recording?
So I finished Avenging Sun.
Did you? What did you think?
It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember much of it now because I've been listening to Knights of McCrag,
Oh, okay.
which I've almost finished.
I don't think Avenging Sun is. Oh no, it is. It is. Yeah. It's the one before Gates of Bone. Yeah. Okay. Again, I've read so many now that I'm.
Yeah,
so fucking behind.
it was sort of interesting to sort of go, this is right, okay, this is the introduction of the Primaris. Right, okay, fair enough. Cool.
Is that where he does the demonstration with Cole?
Yes.
And it's just like all the Marines come out of nowhere. It's
Yeah.
very similar to like Colosseum
Yeah.
style. Like it's a bit
Yeah,
fucking weird.
you've got
He's like, come with me, Council of Terra. Like, look at these. Look over there in that big open space. And all of a
Nice,
sudden, like,
shiny.
fucking huge things come out of the ground.
Yeah.
Like, don't be alarmed. Father told me this is okay. Like, I'm not a traitor. Honest.
Yeah.
And if you declare me one, these will kill you.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable to listen to.
So what have you got to start doing next? Knights of McCrag?
I'm on Knights of McCrag, and let's just say it without trying to for those that are going to read it, without going too deep into it. It's an interesting spin on a tried and tested trope.
I have all of the Dawn of Fire books before Knights of McCrag in my list.
Have you?
Should I read Knights of McCrag instead of?
I don't know, because I'm just going off of the list that you put on.
Okay, well there are other books in front of Knights of McCrag. There's Dawn of Fire 1, 2. So Dawn of Fire 1 is Avenging Sun. And then Dawn of Fire 2 is Gates of Bone. I'm on 3, which is The Wolf Time, which I thought was really fucking shit. But it's actually getting really good, and I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, that
especially with
me.
the Space Wolf stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically the Space Wolves being introduced to Primaris.
Yeah.
And then being like, basically getting raped by orcs.
Yeah.
So I'm going by the list that you sent to the 40k channel.
Yeah, I might have updated my list. I haven't sent the new one.
Which we did in June, and that was Carrion Throne, Fall of Cadia, Hollow Mountain, Emperor's Legion, Lords of Silence, Avenging Sun, Knights of McCrag.
And then what's after that?
And then Gates of Bones after that.
Okay, yeah. Your one is updated. My one's not. That one's fine. Yeah. So, you think it's okay?
Yeah. As I said, it's definitely a following a tried and tested trope of similar movies have done similar things.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's interesting. Yes.
I haven't finished any new books this month. I've kind of just been picking up and putting down Wolf Time.
Yeah.
So, pretty good book. I really enjoyed it. It's the Space Wolves being introduced to Primaris Marines. It's basically following on from Gates of Bone with the super weapon on there, and they're like, hey, the last people that came into contact with that planet were the Space Wolves. Go take them a load of Primaris Marines, and then figure out what they know about this weapon.
Okay.
Or
dual reason.
Yeah. And they send some custodians, and they send like a couple of thousand Primaris Marines.
Just in case.
No, the Primaris Marines to give to them, and they're all the ones which came from Russ's line.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because it's about them figuring out how to be Space Wolves, because obviously they've basically been raised as Space Wolf knowledge, but so they all can speak. They can all speak. They can all speak whatever the Fenrisian. So they can all speak Fenrisian. They can all understand that, but like they're raised by effectively Ultramarines.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because what's happening at the moment with the with Space Wolves is their whole kind of sector is getting massacred by orcs, and they're asking for help from other chapters, and all of a sudden all these this shit flotilla turns up with all these Primaris Marines, and one squad has made its way and made its way to a planet, helped out some Space Wolves. Space Wolves have taken it back to the Et. And all of the rest of the flotilla have been told to stay on the edge. It was something like the line is none may enter without an invitation, and none may leave without permission.
Yeah.
So they've basically just been held
very
at the edge,
Space Wolves.
been held at the edge of this thing. So what basically is probably going to happen I haven't finished it yet, I've got 9 hours left, is effectively this squad of Space Wolves are going to prove themselves to Logan Grimnar. Logan Grimnar is going to get massacred because of the fact that the orcs are everywhere in the system, and there's this weird boy floating craft that keeps appearing and disappearing. They're going to get massacred because of that, and then they're going to go, actually, we probably need some Primaris to be able to keep, because they've even said about how their recruitment is slow. They can't get enough Marines to replenish the ranks, so they're going to basically go, oh shit, we need them.
Kind of. So from my knowledge, from the last Space Wolf Codex, and the most recent Ragnar book that has him crossing the Rubicon and becoming Primaris at the end of the book, after his big punch up with Ghazghkull, which is why Ghazghkull gets a whole bigger body. It was when they did the 2 models then.
Yes.
Is that Space Wolves kind of tentatively are like, fuck, we need them, but we don't really want them. And it takes Ragnar gets that massive fight, becomes Primaris himself, and then basically suggests, why don't we put them through the trials, and then they can earn their stripes, and then we can welcome in as brothers. And he's kind of a catalyst towards using them, similar to him being the catalyst using Wolven. I think they've made him a bit of a linchpin in, like, because he's one of the younger Wolf Lords, blah blah blah. he's a bit more open-minded than the older ones. So he's kind of the one who goes, no, look, put them through the trials. Then they're truly Space Wolf, and then we can fill our ranks that way. And I think the other Wolf Lords are then eventually like, okay.
Yeah.
And then obviously we need them to be in the Space Wolves, so sure.
Yeah, and it makes sense why, if they're getting like absolutely massacred and they can't recruit from their own worlds, that
quick enough.
it's quick enough to then go, hey,
But that is the problem. The
we've got
Space Wolf
10,000
recruitment is
here.
long. Like
we've got 10,000 people here that effectively came from probably purer gene seed than what you have in your blood, but don't know the way of the wolf.
Yeah.
Go teach them the way of the wolf through the trials, and then so like they're already talking about like not calling them sergeants, calling them pack leaders, and they've just made up their own squad emblems. And stuff like that. So it's quite cool. I would recommend it. I think you'd like it.
Yeah, it sounds cool. I certainly should check it out. It clearly is filling a gap because, like I say, there was a book ages ago when Ragnar became Primaris. So I know how that happened and he's Primaris, but that's clearly happened after this book.
Is that child being murdered?
Sounds like it. Did he cross the Rubicon after he'd had the fight with Gazgul?
Yeah.
After
he's basically nearly dead,
so
right. He nearly killed Gazgul. Gazgul nearly killed him. He gets the Rubicon. Gazgul gets a newer, bigger body, which is why they basically explain the new Ragnar model and the new Gazgul model.
This is how we sell our new models, guys.
Yeah. Here's a book to match the two new models.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah, and I think because they've disappeared Yarick.
Yes.
The end of that book is basically Gazgul's like, I want to fight that wolf boy again, and Ragnar's like, my personal mission is to kill this orc. And so I think they're making Ragnar and Gazgul the new Yarick and Gazgul kind of vibe. So I'm assuming we'll get more of that in the Armageddon campaign book, which they previewed and maybe is even out, but it has the new Grey Knights and Space Wolves in that versus demons and Angron, I believe.
That was
Armageddon.
That was another army I should never have sold.
What one?
My Grey Knights one.
Oh, look at the shiny, yes.
Yeah,
They were purple. They weren't shiny.
They were purple.
For the blood of orcs. Anyway, other than that, I think that's all non-hobby related stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what do you want to talk about other media?
Yeah, that's now.
Oh, so, might I say, the new 30k battle reports from 40k and 40 minutes, their channel, whatever their channel is.
I haven't seen that one. Play on Tabletop. And from Tabletop
Tactics are how 30k reports should be done.
Yeah, I did. I got halfway through the Tabletop Tactic one, and it's about an hour, and it's so far been quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, this could be really good going forward. I think they've got a second one up now.
Have they?
I think
Amazing. So I like it's what I was basically saying before about how I like the fact it's condensed. They're clearly learning the game, so it's made to be that way.
But that's useful at the start of an edition.
Yeah. So it's made to be condensed. It's not showing like all the nonsense crap that sometimes other or shaky cams of like let's just pan through the city that we've made or whatever. So let's show every role. So I like the fact it's a 40-minute to an hour long battle report to do a whole 30k game rather than the 3-hour games that are sometimes put out. So those ones. Keep on doing those. Go watch them so they know that they're going to make money off of them. So they carry on producing them because it's really good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and don't read the comments.
Don't read the comments because
full of salty children.
Yeah, salty children that are toxic and stupid as fuck.
But yeah, what else about the preview? Because that was streamed on Twitch the Friday we went down to our event.
I've sent you the pictures.
Yes, I have had a flick through.
So we got new Votan stuff that I think would be cool to talk about.
Yep.
The new book series from Black Library, which kind of snuck in there for the Scouring.
The artwork they released for that, fucking weird.
Yeah, it's slightly strange.
It's there's a thing on Reddit called Accidental Renaissance.
Oh, okay.
Which is like pictures that look like a Renaissance painting.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they've gone for.
Yeah, they've gone for that kind of classic
it is
artwork.
just interesting, yeah. And it's kind of the post-Terra council. That's why Dawn and Gulliman are having an argument, because it's about the Codex.
When did you go down to... Oh, it's there.
It's right at the bottom, I believe. But they're like on the steps of Terra, and obviously most of the... Like Sanguinius is obviously not there, and the Emperor is not there, and Malcador is not there, and they've all gathered on Terra, and they're all like, "What the hell are we doing?" And Gulliman's like, "Let's break up the legions."
Oh, I saw the picture of that, but
Yeah.
didn't really read into it anymore.
Yeah, so
'cause,
it's a whole series on the Scouring. Now, they haven't revealed how many books it's going to be. I'm hoping they'll either eventually tell us when they've got
54.
more information. Hopefully not.
54.
I'm either hoping they tell us, or if they don't tell us, that at least they'll keep it sub 30. Because I don't think there's that much in that timescale.
I think they also shouldn't do the gold. I think they should break away from that gold and leave that as Siege of Terra books. And then come in with another
I
colour.
think they should have a new...
looking at the picture they have of a book, it's got a silver spine.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good.
that'll be cool. My thing about the Scouring is it's 2 to 5 years-ish after the heresy. Then there is
I'm going to close the sliding door.
Yeah.
Just so I can hear it. Probably it will be quite loud, so hold that thought. 2 to 5 years after the heresy. Kind of quiet.
Into the dark.
Sorry, Scouring, go.
Yeah, so the Scouring initially, if I remember correctly, I'm sure someone's going to correct me, but is like 2 to 5 years after the heresy. It's loads of big events and the chasing of the traitors by the loyalists. And that's kind of the main chunk that they've explored. What I'm worried about is they're going to go, this is 30k, we have 40k. The Scouring is now all of that time, and we're going to have stories going all the way up to... because the thing is, like,
10,000 years is far too long.
no, well, so like things like Battle of the Fang is like M38,
Yeah.
like is before 40k technically,
Yeah.
even though it's a 40k book. So I'm hoping that they are going to stick to this big push right there. Now at the Eye of Terror, let's end the Scouring
I also feel
rather than dragging it forward.
I feel like the original Horus Heresy series, people have got fatigued through it, and people never finished it. So I think them doing a limited series, even if that's a limited 10-book series, like at least that people know there's 10 books.
I can see it being within the 20 and 30 range, just because you've got nearly 20 legions to follow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think every legion's going to get a book, don't get me wrong, but there are enough stories to fill up that many books because you want to sell more. Like, yes, you could do 10. 100% you could do 10, but I guarantee you they'll double that because it's Games Workshop. That's 20.
I kind of hope they just don't just milk it because of milking's sake, but it's Games Workshop in it, so...
I would be shocked. Yeah. There will be books in the series that are... You're going to read them and be like, didn't need to read that.
Oh, Fulgrim.
Whoa. Fulgrim was alright. What was the book one?
I wasn't a massive... Oh,
Battle for the Abyss.
that can burn in hell, that book.
Or the Abyss.
But yeah, or the Abyss.
Vengeful Spirit. That was also not a great one.
I didn't mind Vengeful Spirit. But that's the thing. You get different people who like different books. So I can see them doing that kind of number.
Yeah.
I just hope it doesn't get away from them and we just then get tired and frustrated with it. I'd rather have a Siege of Terror-like series that even when you read it, of course, there are times where you go, this has got loads of stuff I don't need, or this book was a bit pointless, or whatever.
Yeah.
But as a series, it was pretty decent and told the story. And I just hope they do that for the Scouring going forward. But yeah, and it reads, the article read very interestingly, like kind of what they've been doing from what I can tell in the new 40k books is there's a lot of kind of political intrigue. These things happen for this reason, and you see almost behind the scenes rather than the run-of-the-mill bolter porn type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems to suggest that that's going to be how it's written. So I'm kind of interested to read something slightly different again, rather than, this just reads like the Heresy, but is the Scouring. It would be nice to have a slight different feel to the books.
Yeah, completely.
But yeah, what else? Yeah, I guess Votan. Lead us on the Votan, Sam. It's your army, so it makes sense.
Oh, that's disappointing. That's gonna be disappointing. So Votan, they brought out 6 models and a new battle force.
Yes.
So we have a named character, who is effectively the thrice killed 90th dead.
He's like the something devoured. basically been eaten a bunch by Tyranids, but somehow survived.
And it's another character model because you know what, Votan didn't have enough of characters. His name is.
It's the age of characters though. 40k.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
You normally see 3 minimum in every army.
So it's. I'm going to butcher the name. Buri Agnesern. Buri
Go for it,
Agnesern,
yeah.
known as the Thrice Devoured.
There you go.
It's Special Character League Votan, and he is akin with issues. Buri is the last survivor of the Emberg Agnir block, a league utterly devoured by the Hive Fleet Leviathan. He bears the sorrow and bitterness of his lost kin, arriving unbidden to fight alongside other leagues for reasons entirely his own. So actually, quite cool to
lone wolf kind of guy.
To bolt into and paint him up however he's meant to be painted up, and then add him in. That's quite cool. So he is a super duper character, giant spear, looks like a Grey Knight spear. And got a carapace from a Tyranid on his head.
It's like a warrior or a prime or something like that. Yeah.
So it looks quite cool. One thing they released in the article about him was the first time he falls in battles on a 2-up, he'll get back up again.
Nice.
So
I do like the kind of come back again characters there. Yeah. It's quite cool.
Next up, we have the Arcanist Evaluator. So part mad scientist, part deadly gunner, and all kin. The Arcanist Evaluator is a member of the Science Guild responsible for testing new technology. Every battle is a field test where they can ensure their latest weapons are fit for mass production. So experimental weaponry.
Yeah.
So hopefully goes wrong sometimes, goes well others would be pretty good.
I doubt it.
I'm here for the randomness.
Yeah, I doubt it.
That's an orc specialty. That is randomness.
Yeah, but even now, like 40k is moved into we're a balanced game. We don't have randomness.
So the one that they've picked is the transmitter inverter. So it has 3 firing modes, and its most extreme. It can trigger lethal atomic transformations.
Awesome.
I'm there for it.
Sounds really cool. And you've got a little unit of heavy weapons that he could probably bolt to.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool
if
he can. But
I don't know if he's a lone, not lone wolf.
I'm assuming he'll be a leader of 1 or 2
Maybe
units.
another character. That'd be quite cool. Minmyar Strategists. This is the first Iron King character we've seen for the League of Votan. A cunning individual with steepled fingers and strange floating tethers. He carries a gun, but it's not the main reason to include in your army. The plan is to assign it to a unit of Steeljacks.
The new tall boys.
And use him to glorious effect. Basically, he is a tech priest.
Yeah, I like that model. It's really striking. I think it's a kind of it's one of those very static poses, but works for his role.
Yeah,
it looks reasonable and cool, and he looks different. So I do like that. I do not like the new tall boys.
We'll get there.
The robot things. I do not like them.
So he is basically it allowed you to fire Overwatch.
Cool.
Which I guess you can't do in 40K.
You pay a command point to do it.
Oh, so it allows you to fire Overwatch or make heroic interventions for free each battle round. Or gain or spend a yield point when you're near objectives. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we've got the Steeljacks. So these are robots.
The tall boys.
They're tall robots. Very
tall
similar
for Votan, we should say.
Yeah.
kind of similar to my old robots, but a bit taller. And they have described as heavy-duty bodies, but equally heavy-duty weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They have been blessed by Votan with the initiate martial talents, allowing them to anchor an entire battle line, struggling your firepower that would lay low even the Thunderkin. So they're basically just heavy weapons, heavier guns.
Yeah,
but they also have
they're
swords and
mobile
pistols.
because they're in robot suits rather than like have to not move and stuff. I guarantee you.
So you can either do bolters and concussion gauntlets, or plasma swords, or one of the heavy vulcanite disintegrators. They're tough, well armed, and they have special rules to back up the talk. So so one of their special rules is Primary Arc Crest. Critical hits on enemies within range of an objective receive a precision. Kiss those enemy characters goodbye. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Precision
on
in range of
objectives
characters.
and stuff. That's nice.
Then we have the Earthshakers, which are
the mole
launchers.
mortars. Yeah.
So they're high-tech mole mortars
shooting into the ground.
Are real blasts from the past.
That's what that is.
Yeah. So they are hybrid technologies that fire an explosive payload deep underground the surface to emerge unexpectedly amid the enemy. it kind of
I really do like that. It's cool.
I will be getting a few.
Yeah.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
They're my kind of thing.
Yeah, they're cool.
And then we have the capricious. It's a Capri.
The floaty car.
Yeah, the floaty car.
I'm not a fan of this thing.
I don't understand why they need another car.
It's like a floaty version of the small one you already have.
Yeah.
I don't know what that one's called, but the buggy type thing.
Yeah.
It looks like a floaty version.
It looks like a quad.
So the only thing I would
bikes.
The only thing I would say is that's what it is. So it's a light vehicle used by the Hearthkin Yagirs who pilot the bikes.
Oh, right, yeah.
The kit has two build options: the Defender, so a fast-moving weapons platform, or the Carrier, which can have troops on it.
Oh,
so
okay.
a 5-person carrier.
So it gives you a little carrier. Because can your little buggy carry dudes? No.
Oh yes,
it
it can. 5 people. So exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
But flies, rather than drives.
Probably
on the
be
floor.
faster. Might be able to deep strike.
Yeah, maybe. So it features anti-grav repellers, curved armor panels, while the crew are clad in thick coats like the other Hurricane, except for an Ironkin who can operate the gun on the back. It's armed with twin Magna Coil autocannons on the front and another Magna Coil autocannon on the top, but the Defender trades its crew space out for a Magna Rail cannon or a Hylos rotary cannon. Basically all the guns I already have access to.
Yeah.
But just not on top of the land fortress inside this light vehicle.
Yeah, I see it more as a gunboat than a transport.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
It gives you another opportunity for anti-vehicle or anti-monster, which I think are really strong in 40k. Certainly in my experience, minimal experience.
So yield points are a new resource to Votan. So we have grudge tokens normally, but yield points are something else. And then they've got they've just got new codex. They do have a new combat patrol, which looks suspiciously like the old combat patrol.
I was looking at it going, I'm sure Sam's got all of that already.
Yeah, but it has a champion, a Anya Halfguard, Brokir Thunderkin, so the heavy weapons team, and then 10 Hearthkin warriors. So again,
it's a little startup box, but
that's what the combat patrols are, right? They're that points that you play. So I guess they just haven't included any of the new stuff, which is maybe because it's more advanced.
Well, because there'll be a new stuff box coming, which they haven't obviously shown yet.
Yeah.
But with all the releases were like, here's all the new stuff, and here it is in one box with the codex.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine you'll get.
So the yield points are earned by doing things such as controlling objectives or making kills. So maybe they've binned off. Grudge tokens are like the opposite of yield tokens. Then grudge tokens when you get killed. So
yes,
it'll be interesting to see if both are still in.
Yeah, yeah. Do you feel like they are now fleshed out enough to have a codex?
Yes. Yeah.
With those new units,
like they've got. So they always, in my opinion, they always lacked like the ability to deal with like blob squads.
Yeah.
Because the guns on all of the vehicles I have, so the little buggy, the land fortress, whatever. Just they felt like good at taking out other vehicles, but not about taking out like 10, 20 troops. So having something like mortars would be quite good there.
Yeah.
The robots are that's like robots in their culture are the same as the other squats, not squats, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Votan. They have the same rights. They have the big AI head that leads them. So I think AI having more robots and leaning into that more makes sense, because the only robots you can have are with the tech priest that we've already got.
Little floaty dude, right?
Yeah. So I feel like we kind of didn't have any, so it makes sense to have more AI.
Yeah, it fleshes out that part of their lore, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So whilst people probably won't like them, it will be quite cool. The characters, there's loads of characters in other codexes, and it's nice to have characters that are a bit more generic, because the characters they have are linked to specific warbands. That's not the right term. Leagues, specific leagues.
Yeah.
It makes sense that they go for more like generic ones, or ones
like
that don't
unnamed
are
scientist
agnostic.
dude and
unnamed scientist dude,
devoured guy who just goes around and goes with anyone.
Scientist man, like it's good. Yeah. So
Cool.
I think so. It will still be quite a small codex.
Yeah, it is quite small still.
But I shall be picking it up and hopefully getting a couple of models. If they do a new box with lots of stuff in, I might try and pick it up.
100. There will be a codex, cards, and new unit box. That's what they've done every codex.
Yeah, there will be.
And I have one for the Space Force.
And I have one for the Tau.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Because that came with the crew hunting pack.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course it did. That was the box, was the crew. Anything else in the preview that we care about? I don't think so.
No.
I think, obviously,
There was some stuff in 30k, wasn't there?
there was like, I think, Mark II assault squads, maybe. Which, sure, whatever.
Meh.
Yeah, Mark II assault squads.
Mark 6 looks 10 times better. So
There was
those jetpacks are giant.
Oh,
Yeah.
the only other thing I want to call out is the White Scar captain on jetbike.
Oh yeah.
The-
Have you seen all the Space Marine characters?
I have actually looked at that. I'm assuming that they've all been Primarisized.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah, because they're not all the same.
Because
and you will slowly get stories of that.
Because obviously they've re-released, or they're going to re-release Vulcan.
Yeah.
Stan. And I mean, without having anything else to scale next to him, I can't tell.
Yeah. Lysander may just be in the new Terminator armor. Are they Primaris Terminators, or are they just rescaled Terminators? I don't actually know the lore behind the new Indominus.
Without having a codex, I can't tell you.
I don't know.
Answers on a postcode.
Lysander's classic Terminator armor has been brought bang up to date while retaining much of its unique design. Doesn't say he's been Primaris.
Yeah. I think it's just Terminators are bigger because we need them to look bulky against Primaris. Yeah. Don't think much about it.
Yeah. So the point I wanted to raise was the White Scar on a jet bike.
Yes.
A jet bike pattern that we've never seen before.
No.
Yep.
But looks suspiciously like a third party who sells a jet bike pattern.
Uplander is the Instagram account who I think either sells them or was one of the first people to buy them and make them popular. But yeah, it looks very, very similar. Refined and a bit sleeker.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very similar. Which, I mean, cool.
You know what it reminds me of? And it looks very boxy.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the flipping speeder bike that Rey has in Force Awakens a little bit.
Yeah.
Just looking at that.
It's big chunky
there's lots
weird
wrong
thing.
with that trilogy, but
Yeah.
we'll go into that.
You mean the best trilogy of all the Star Wars ones? Closely
Don't
followed by the first three movies. And by the first three, I mean Jar Jar Binks movies.
They were Academy Award winners in comparison to the last trilogy.
I think that they did it because they want to shit on over people. Like it's so close to it. It doesn't look like any other jet bikes that they've made.
The only thing that I would argue slightly against that, I don't disagree with you, but if you take an Outrider, the Primaris bikes,
yes,
and just take away the wheels and put,
I'm pretty sure that's what the upgrade pack is.
Yeah, that's what the third party 3D print upgrade pack is.
Yeah.
This is like a more thought out version of that.
Yeah,
so if you were going to do something in keeping with the design of Primaris stuff, you couldn't do much different to that.
No.
But it is also a bit coincidental that it looks so like it. I find it weird because they haven't gone, hey, here's this. Oh, and by the way, there'll be a unit to go with him. Like,
didn't they surround him in the press photos by other bikes with wheels?
Yeah, like the Outriders.
So it doesn't particularly fill me with confidence that he's going to.
It's just a cool model.
Yes, it just literally just has three bikes.
Yeah. Which I think's a bit weird. Why put that guy on a jet bike and no one else gets a jet bike? That's weird. Whereas I think
because now there's a model of it, they can go after that other company for IP infringement. And they don't need to make models for it.
I don't think they can because that companies were out before that.
If GW have bought the IP for it.
That is a way of doing it, yeah.
I don't know IP law, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But it looks a little bit sus that they haven't done that and they've just brought out this model and gone, hey, yeah, we bought Jetbike.
My only thing, well, I suppose the model's not released yet. But whether they have to wait for the release and then all of a sudden there'll be a public announcement from the 3D company.
Maybe.
But I don't know. I think it's been out too long and too many people have it for it to be snuffed out, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, we've been told to cease and desist.
Yeah.
Or, unfortunately, we all now work for Games Workshop.
Yeah.
That's it from the pre-orders.
I think that's a pretty good.
I don't really care about the characters. I don't play Space Marines in 40k, so none of them really make a difference to me. I think some of them are cool. I like the fact that they're getting some more kind of like chapter master-esque leaders rather than just generic Lieutenant 1, generic Lieutenant 2.
Yeah, having named characters for those chapters is really cool.
Yeah.
Like I kind of wish to see a Pedro Cantor in there. That would have been really, really cool.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't gone.
No. No. He's just normal Marine as
Just
opposed
asleep.
to Primaris Marine.
Yeah, and it just doesn't work anymore. Like, let's be real. Like, no one is running Firstborn ever again. So,
Which is weird, considering in the book series, they're basically like, if you were going to play out of the books we're reading, basically the Primaris units are led by Firstborn Marines.
yeah.
So like, it would make sense for them to still have some characters that are Firstborn Marines to lead those units, but that's not how GW can do it, are they? The lore doesn't match the game in this edition.
No.
I mean, yeah. You look at Cato Sicarius in the book, Knights of Macragge, and it's just like, he's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you've got this Primaris the Marine, that obviously doesn't have the same level of experience, but is bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
The whole Daft Punk line, and yet Sicarius can still absolutely dominate.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how it progresses past that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is why a lot of the fan favourites are being Primarisized, because then they've got a legacy that they can continue.
Yes.
And the ones they don't want to Primarisize, they end up dead. They end up gone.
Mm-hmm.
I want to read the Space Wolf Codex and see. I don't think they'll get mentioned at all, but like all the Thunderwolf Cavalry characters, and like I believe they're in the Legacies or Legends now, whatever they call the 40k version. I think it's Legends, so you can still play them.
Yeah.
Which obviously makes sense. Which also means, on a later point of view, you don't have to write any lore about them, like they've either died or anything. So I think they've just gone to that, and we just won't mention them, which is a shame. But yeah, it will be interesting to see as they continue down this path of what they decide to do.
Yeah.
Whether they decide to kill people off and just bring in a new character, or whether they decide to Primarisize them, or that's always been the way they've been going.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a case of watch your space.
Yeah.
Cool.
Games, we should move on.
I've played none.
Oh, that's a shame.
I've played 3 in... I played one big...
do you know what? I forgot to put that in my link.
I played one big APOC style game, which was, 8,000 points aside? It was 3 each, wasn't it?
12,000.
12 aside. It was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not going to go into it in too great detail.
No, it's too big a game to do that.
It was really good. I played some really well painted demons, and it was it worked out really nicely as we're playing it for someone's for something for someone. So it was nice that we could do that and play a big game of big game of 30k. And it was nice to do kind of a last big game before the end of.
Yeah, it was like a week before the Memlock event,
Yeah.
so it was good for me and Sam as well, and I guess Liam to get here, and Tom. To get a bit of experience with their army a week before going to the event.
I did also drop my Sanguinius down the stairs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
My God, yeah. I came downstairs. Before we came downstairs, I said to you, "Are you just putting Sanguinius on the top of your
He's perfectly
magnetic
fine.
box?"
He does sit there.
And that's exactly. He was like, "Yeah, it'll be fine." And I was like, "Okay." And come out the stair, go round the corner, and all I hear is no, bang, 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 and I'm like, "Oh
So
my
his
God."
wings broke in half, which are fine. They came in. They're meant to be in half. When they came, his loincloth fell off, and
his hand was magnetized. So
his hand
that
was
fell off,
magnetised,
but
that
it
came
didn't
off.
break the spear.
No, it was fine. And I found his sword as well now.
Ah, nice.
So it's
play.
I need to basically repair the wings, which were already magnetized on. Anyway, because who the fuck can transport a Sanguinius model without it breaking?
Yeah.
So I need to repair the wings and then stick the loincloth back on. So all in all, it did really well.
I mean, we never learn because the number of times. Well, I remember going around to yours and having everything fall over, even though it was in a sided box.
Yeah.
So it wasn't sliding around on the top.
Yeah.
We've had a Vindicare assassin perched
tumble,
precariously upon a spire of a church.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
Oh no, it definitely wasn't your fault.
And then
Like Simon's Gargant head that you just.
was that may have been my fault, and I asked
That one was.
at the time of moving it.
Is this supposed
Does it
to
move?
Does it move?
Well, it should have moved. I think my fault. He glued it in.
Yeah.
So it was just another one of those. So it was a good game. I enjoyed it. I'm assuming you enjoyed it.
It was good fun. I came halfway through, so I played 2 full turns.
Yeah.
3 maybe, which was fine, but I didn't do too much. I did some shooting, and then had an opportunity to put Dawn and Kurz into a 1-on-1
What
Primarch fight.
What
Fair
it
enough.
did
Which-
solidify, one thing to talk about, is how fucking broken Imperial Guard
Oh yeah, so
were. Imperial Fists were, sorry.
Imperial Fists. So there was a 10-man Phalanx unit,
Yep.
Phalanx Wardens. So these are the re-rollable 4-up invols.
Yeah.
Also, they were on an objective that was a hospital, so they had a 4-up Feel No Pain. Right? Not re-rollable, but still. So you got a re-rollable 4-up invol and then a 4-up Feel No Pain. About 8,000 points shot into one unit and killed 2.
Yeah, it was nuts.
It was absolutely
What I don't
mental.
like is the fact that they have a 3-up save. They can choose to not take their 3-up save to take the 4-up re-rolling, which to me sounds a bit jank. Like, it feels a little bit not rule as written. It feels like you should only be able to take your invuln save if you can't take your normal save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
rules.
never been the rules. So
No.
Yeah.
it's a unit that was absolutely ridiculous, and 2 legions fired into this thing. Like, I overreact with the amount of points, probably 2,000 points, but 2,000 points into a 300-point unit, and like just 2.
I also
die.
think he has his own apothecary with them. It's not even just
so they would have
the
had a
other-
5-up,
yeah.
but because they were on the hospital, they had a
it's
4-up.
Right, okay.
So they were
It's
even
just what it
slightly
did
more,
was
but-
highlighted how broken it was, and but
Yeah.
it's good though because it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, no,
This is very
none of
true.
that exists anymore. See you later.
New edition,
Yeah.
new rules.
They don't even get bolters now, which is glorious because they all have power axes and shields.
Good.
Like, yes, you can't shoot anymore.
Anyway, the event. So
Yeah.
Bristol Vanguard's Memlock event. It was their final event before the end of 2.0. It was run by James Gibb, so one of our moderators on the Discord.
Hammers.
And it was a 1-day event, which
Yeah.
was probably the first time I've been to a 1-day.
I've
30K
never
event.
done one until then.
Three games in the day, 2.5K, so 2,500 points. And the missions were custom, taken primarily from the campaign book, so 4-turn missions, so getting that practice in early for 3.0.
Yeah.
And then various fuckery to happen in the game to basically annoy and disrupt.
Yeah.
I think I don't really have any standout kind of things to talk about game by game.
Not overly. I'm going to highlight each game, but very, very briefly.
So I played not Imperial Fist. I played a Emperor's Children for my first game.
Yeah.
Very, very scary. Mainly because I realised as he was deploying that I have very little to deal with vehicles, and he had two Land Raiders, an Amiga Sakaran, and a Rhino, and 2 assault squads. And inside those were Terminators, and I have very little to deal with Terminators. So it was an interesting game. I fucked myself over in the last turn by coming off of an objective, scoring loads of points, and to run into a 5-man Terminator squad with about 9 assault marines. So yeah, fucked it. However, I still won, so wasn't that fucked.
Yeah. But yeah, so the way that mission worked is the objectives, you scored like a point on them turn 2,
Yeah.
D3 turn 3, and then D6 turn 4.
So
So to run off a D6 objective is absolute madness. My first game went completely the other way, and I just walked forward and was murdered by Mechanicum. Like, literally, I think I killed 7 models of his whole army.
I read that really wrong. I read that as murdered Mechanicum.
No. I knew it was going to be a difficult one because Mechanicum are always hard. And although I had a lot of heavy weapons, I only have 1 las cannon team. And he had 3 or 4 Mechanicum vehicles, all with flare shields, so 15 front armor. So 6 to glance with the las cannons. So my 10-man missiles could do nothing. My Volkites at strength 6 were never going to do anything. And then everyone else are just like bolter marines. It's a mass infantry army. So I was like, this is going to be tough. But then even Thalax toughness 5, so wounded on 5s with bolters. And then there were 2 units of Castellax. It was just very, very tough. And he focused on my las cannons straight away, on my missiles. My 2 contemptors walked forward, got close to their lines, and then were murdered by just mass firepower. I just had no answers whatsoever. I could have easily been tabled that game. I had like 5 models left on turn 4. So I just had no answer and just kind of had to keep walking
If
forward.
you got tabled, you would have won a trophy.
I know. I was like 5 models away from winning, like being crap at the game, which was a wonderful trophy to win.
No, just being tabled first. Tabled
Being the first person to get tabled at the event, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good trophy. I like it.
But yeah, it was a good game. The guy was really nice. I think he was the chairman of the club or of the store. I'm not sure, but it was perfectly fine. I just had no answer to the Mechanicum and just got piecemealed. So, and that was my first game. The way it worked as well, it's worth saying that in the narrative there were 5 moons in the area of Memlock that we were fighting. It's a narrative event. If you won, you got to flip tiles to your side's colour. And if you killed either a bounty, so a Primarch, or a Lord of War, you then got to flip either, I can't remember if it was 2 extra tiles or 1 extra tile, but you got to flip extra tiles.
Right, okay.
This ended up being the downfall for the traitors, who pretty much all lists had a Lord of War, and in pretty much every game their Lord of Wars died. So the loyalists got to flip so many extra tiles that they went from losing the event to winning the full event by quite like 20 odd tiles. So these pesky traitors bringing their Lord of Wars, their big toys, rather than a tactical deployed 2,500 points. But yeah, my game 2, I played on an amazing ruin board that had a giant archway on it, bit like the Arch de Triomphe, but 40k-ified, and really, really big bit of terrain. And I played some militia, and the way the mission worked is one was the defender and deployed their force in the middle of the board. The attacker then chose to come on one side of the board, and their deployment was their movement for turn 1. So coming on the board 6 inches or whatever. And then you could bring, I want to say it was up to half. I only did 2 or 3 units. But you could bring the rest of your defending army on the opposite long table edge. If I am correct. Sam seems to be nodding.
Yes. Yeah. The issue with this deployment for me was the fact that they were like 12 inches away from my deployment.
Yeah.
Like my table edge, sorry. 12 inches away from my table edge. So instantly, I bring someone in as someone going second, and they are 6 inches away from where the enemy are.
Yeah, and the defenders had a full turn, so they could move, shoot, assault, whereas the attackers had to count their movement as that deployment.
Yeah.
So it was really heavily for the defenders' benefit.
Yeah.
Which is fine for a narrative event. I have no issue with that.
Yeah.
But it does screw up plans.
So turn 1, I lost my Leviathan, my Vindicator, and like 8 of my heavy weapons team.
So you have like 2 models on the board.
I had 2 models for my heavy weapons team and a Contemptor with like 1 wound left on it.
Before the rest of your army turned up.
And you Deep Strike always scattered as another way to fuck me.
Yes, that was in this mission. Yeah.
Deep Strike always scattered, even though my whole right of war is you don't scatter.
You don't scatter, yeah.
Which, to be honest, James came and spoke to me and was like, look, because of that, you could just Deep Strike where you like. Don't worry about like going on, because on the right of war, you have to go on the coin. You tell them turn 2, because you don't scatter. That's kind of like the kind of trade-off. So he's like, you can just go where you like. So that kind of helped me, because my coin, he was literally standing on top of it with a brass scorpion. And a 3-man... what's the robots called for Iron Warriors?
Oh, Iron Circle.
3 Iron Circles and a guy in Terminator armor just stood on top of this coin, and I was like, "Great,
yeah, I'm not coming in there."
That's gonna be wonderful for 3 15-man assault squads. Well, to be honest, who can't do anything to the brass scorpion because it's toughness like, no, it's armor value, it's armor 13.
Yeah, you wouldn't need melter bomb.
So melter bombs, and you know what? The only model in my army that has melter bombs is my HQ. Nothing else has any of the ability. Oh, to be fair, the Leviathan nearly killed the brass scorpion.
Yeah, well, that
first turn, from just shooting it in retaliation fire and then overwatching it. I got down to like 4 wounds.
Nice.
And then he fucking
crumpled it.
Yeah, he just stood on me. So yeah, it was how did your game go in it?
So I got militia, so ton of infantry. You had quite a few Ogrins, sure, whatever they were. They had shields and clubs.
Liam runs like fucking 2 squads of
Yeah,
eight
well,
of them or
he's
something
running
like
solar Ogryns,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're slightly different because they're like Chardonnay Ogryns or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas Militia have like the 40k variant basically, so you get
Right.
Ogryns,
I
Bullgryns.
always forget Liam takes militia.
Solar. He takes solar, not Militia.
So the militia ones are the guy ones.
Militia I was playing Militia, which are like the dregs. Like they're all crap, but there are a ton of them. Like they outnumber solar.
More models.
Yeah. We did so it didn't go great turn 1 for me because we completely forgot that his movement was his deployment.
Right.
So he then moved again with cavalry and Ogryns and charged me, and whereas he should not have been that close because I didn't deploy on my line, I deployed back a bit.
Yeah.
Because I knew that I wanted to have a...
And your weapons are all like 38 inches, 48 inches range, right?
Yeah. Well, also they walked on the board for me because I can walk on and shoot with my heavy weapons.
Yeah.
So I kept them on the back line for that reason.
There's no point in them being anywhere further away than base touching the back.
And he had a Baneblade.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, right, well, I'm going to bring my 10 las cannons on here, right in front of it. Obviously 48 inches away, but right in front of it. And he was like, oh, this thing's going to die like turn 1. And then I missed with 8 out of 10 of my shots, hitting on 3s. Great. Did like 2 whole points to it. And then randomly he shot the 20-man tack squad in the middle of the board rather than my las cannons because they were obviously line. So I think he thought, well, I'll kill the line and then I can win that way. And this was objectives in the corner of the boards. You scored them every turn, and then they scattered d6.
Right. Okay.
Every time
you scored them.
Sorry.
That's all right. So I think he thought, well, if I kill that 20-man, they can't come and contest my objective in my corner. So valid, other than the fact that my 10 las cannons then next turn blew up a Baneblade because I hit with 7 of 10 of my las cannons, and then it went by.
It's also a bit rough because after facing 10 las cannons, you know if you shoot them, they're going to return fire.
Yeah, I suppose
so
that's
you're giving
also
them another. You're giving them another opportunity.
It's a
to
hard
blow you
choice,
up.
right? Yeah.
So like, unless you rinse them with your own 20-man tack squad or whatnot, like you know if you fire that Baneblade at the las cannons, they're just going to shoot back.
Yeah.
Whereas like at least he stayed alive, you might fuck it in your own turn.
It was really funny. He shot at my 20-man tack squad on the other side of the board with his las gun, like militia. And then I used my Legion trait to move 8 inches closer to him and give myself a 4-up, feel no pain. So I only lost a couple of Marines. And then that meant on my turn 2, I was within charge range of his las guns. So that worked out really on my favour. And I just killed the threats. And then he just had some men running around who couldn't really hurt the Marines. He got really unlucky. He had a Calidus assassin, the sword lady with the ponytail.
Yep, Calidus, yeah.
Who you can't target, shoot. You have to ignore that it's even on the board until it reveals itself.
Yep.
So you run it right at my Volkites that were on an objective because I have a herald, so they're scoring, and charged into them. And normally they cut 2 or 3 down a turn, but you just can't kill it. But he whiffed a bunch of his hits. I got lucky and I killed it within 2 turns. So it slowed my scoring down, but then once they were free, they could see a 25-man guard squad and 7 Volkites will just destroy that.
They went choom.
Yeah, they went choom, and it's no saves, no feel no pains because you're toughness 3. Just a wiped a unit straight off an objective. And yeah, so we got to like the end of turn 3 because he had so many models, and then the time was up. But he folded and just said, "Look, I can't. Next turn, you're going to score this, this, this," and he was right. And so rather than play it out and me table him, he was like, "Let's just call it there because I've got to pack everything away."
He could have won a trophy.
Yeah,
Could have won a
yeah.
trophy.
I don't think he would have done because he had 2 or 3 models hiding in a building that I was nowhere near. That was where the objective was on one of his corners,
right.
And he was just passively scoring a victory point a turn. But I just couldn't get there because there was too much in front of them.
Yeah.
But that was like a 10-man unit. But when the Baneblade blew up, it killed 8 of them, and they nearly run off the board. But then they regrouped, so he was very lucky in that sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game went very well for me and got me my first win of the day.
Game 3, we played each other.
We did.
I did notice that there
which was nice.
A game
Definitely manufactured.
Yeah. James came up to both of us independently and made us roll, and the winner got to choose what board we were on because each board had a different ability.
Yeah.
So if Sam won, he would have gone on the forest board that allows augury scanners not to work.
Yeah.
So all of my units wouldn't have been able to
Which, to be fair,
overwatch into him.
they didn't do a lot.
Well, we worked out how to fix this problem.
Yeah.
So augury scanners are, and were is probably a better word now because 3.0 is out today. But augury scanners are broken. You get that free reaction when anything comes in, and you can just shoot it.
Yep. So
on paper, my army would have decimated Sam's, but we kind of counteracted that by doing the other bullshit rule, which was my sergeant's in artificer armor, so I'm going to take 1 2-up at a time.
Oh yeah.
To negate the... So I shot 10 missiles into a 15-man squad that would, no feel, no pain, AP3. Would have obliterated the squad. But he then saved...
I then made use of my 25-point upgrade.
Yeah.
Then,
It's that cheesy...
Right.
10-point upgrade.
Is it not 25?
No.
Oh, okay.
10
is
points.
25 a power fist?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So they also have power fists.
Yeah.
So they're quite expensive people.
Yeah, it is a risk, but you saved 8 or 9 of them.
Yeah, 100%.
And then
100%.
your sergeant died, but the chaplain and the apothecary were absolutely fine.
I mean, let's face it. That list is a bit of a weird list anyway. I don't mind the rule. I mind the rule when people make a massive fucking deal out of it.
Yeah, and take 10 years to roll one dice at a time.
Like just roll really quickly.
Yeah,
like get
two. Oh, I got 1. He's dead.
Exactly.
I get it. Other than the fact that I shot 10 missiles at 6 inches range of 15 men, and the one sergeant somehow blocked 9 missiles.
Look, it's not my fault that you're shit at shooting.
No, you're ridiculous at making 2-up saves.
I have a jump pack.
He was flying around intercepting guy.
Shoot.
It's just nonsense.
Yes, it is.
And I mean, there were a lot of community rules that were like he can take as many as his initiative, or if there's 10 models and you take 10 wounds, 1 can be the 2-up, and then the other 9 have to be on the squad till it gets back to him.
You can't block rules like that and then still allow other bullshit rules.
Yeah, like the augury, which is why I said I told you to do it.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, no,
like
do
augury,
this because
like sweeping units. Like there's loads of bullshit rules which favour like certain army types or whatnot. Like you can't just be like, oh, it's initiative only on this one, and then not go, all right, well you can only do initiative only on like initiative range on say the augury scanner, or you can only do you can't do sweeping it. You can't sweep anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's bullshit.
Yeah,
it's
you
bullshit.
either play with all of them or none of them, really.
Yeah.
But and that's why I was absolutely fine with it, other than the fact that it just completely negated all of my auguries.
But I rolled it really quickly and it wasn't a massive deal.
Yeah, it was fine. And when the game continued, I basically...
Is it just bolt pistol?
The sergeant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he just went.
Exactly. He shot the missiles out of the air. It was fine.
Like red.
Yeah. But
they don't exist anymore. I can't do it anymore.
yeah, it's fine. It's done. But
There's no upgrades.
the way the game worked is I lost a lot of my middle ground to the Deep Striking Blood Angels. I scored in that game. There were 6 objectives, and if you could on turn 2 you could score 1 and then it would disappear. Turn 3 you got to score 2, and the same on turn 4.
Yeah,
I think it was the same
I think
because you
I've got
could
it
score.
here
Yeah, because you could score the max of 5. I remember. And I rushed a squad forward and scored 1 that was close to Sam, knowing that he couldn't or was very unlikely get 1 I had on the flank, and then scored that late game to then get the victory.
3 things fucked me in this game.
Yeah, I was lucky in 2 of those 3 things.
1, me trying to my reaction is you shoot me, I can do my reaction.
Yep.
And I get shroud, and I make an immediate charge to you. If I make that charge, we're in combat.
Yeah.
You can't shoot me anymore. I failed that charge
by like an inch.
By like
2
an inch.
No, 2 inches.
2 inches, something like that. Like not a lot. So,
2
so
inches.
that fucked me, because otherwise I would have been on the objective, which meant Matt wouldn't have been able to cleanse it, therefore and claim it. Even if I didn't win the charge.
I think I might have won by 1 point if that went off.
Yeah.
Because I scored that later in the game. But yeah.
Secondary. Zephon and the not Angel's Tears, I always get it wrong. The Dawnbreakers, there we go.
Very scary, by the way.
Deep strucking.
Yep.
Made to kill dudes.
Yep.
I deep struck in because I can only deep strike 12 inches away from the center marker that I put down. So they deep struck the maximum 12 inches away, in front of his Terminators, next to a
tax squad.
So after talking about it with Matt, I went, you know what? Actually, there's probably very little chance I'm gonna do anything to these fucking Terminators because I have like AP3 weapons.
It would have been mutual destruction.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what makes more sense to go for that.
Stop me scoring. Yeah.
Go for the tax squad.
Yeah, quite.
Matt had left a guy wide because he hadn't tied up the coherency yet. Because
you'd killed some guys with the missiles, and
Yeah.
I hadn't had my turn, so I had I think it was an apothecary slightly
Stood back. Which meant my charge to stay outside 1 inch was quite far, so I failed that charge again.
Which was unlucky for you. I didn't do that
It
because
was
that was happening.
No,
because that was the turn before.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It was a big charge. It was
like
anyway.
8 or 9 inches.
Yeah. So big charge. Which is 2 inches less for me because I jumped back. But yeah. Anyway, failed that.
He failed it by like an inch. So then his Dawnbreakers deep struck right in the middle of my army and then didn't charge. So 10 las cannons shot them. Terminators
And they
shot
do great things on the charge after they deep strike.
Yeah.
So big thing.
Yeah.
Big fucking
I
event.
shot them to hell.
And then the third thing was I didn't charge my Contemptor into your Volkite squad.
Yeah, that's what
who
you
are
should have
scoring,
done,
and therefore took the last objective.
Yeah, that was a mistake on his part. That had nothing to do with it.
No. Like I charged him into an existing combat rather than into because it had a Contemptor in. So I thought, Contemptor.
Yeah.
That squad that was in the combat with him couldn't do anything to Contemptor anyway.
Yeah, and you wanted them to move so they could get onto that objective.
Yeah.
But I had run up, so my Volkites were like within 3 of it.
Yeah. I should have charged into that squad.
Yeah.
So those were the 3 things that fucked me.
Yeah.
Partly my fault, partly Dice's fault, but it was a good game.
2 of the
It was
things
nice
were very
though because
unlucky.
it was actually really close. It wasn't.
It was.
It wasn't like a complete cakewalk. It wasn't like I was table turn 2. There was like peak deep strike moments of charging in, annihilating units like straight off the bat. Like,
yeah, you
it
killed
was
a
good.
20-man tack squad in 1 round of combat. Just straight in, just death.
And then swept because
That's what you do.
To be fair, I had like 2 left at that point, and you swept, and I was like, okay. You didn't kill 1 and then sweep 19. I would have been pissed.
That amazing. So it was a really good game. I really enjoyed it. And it was a nice way to end.
It was my best game. It was genuinely out of the day. It was my favourite game of the day. And
was that because you had a giant fan pointing at you?
That also massively helped. It was very hot in there, and
so
I was running. Me and Sam were rolling off on deployment zone, trying to get the side that had the fan. And I won.
So bad. I was around a fucking corner.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was good. I really enjoyed it.
It was a good event. I think the 2 things about a day event is I was very tired by the end.
Yeah.
And then had to travel home.
Yeah. I'm happy I didn't have to drive.
Yeah, I think it would have been a real struggle and would have probably tainted my experience if I had to drive because I was quite tired.
Mm-hmm.
We're old. Tom drove and he's young. So
yeah. And it's a bit of a contentious topic, but
you can say
the levels of painting
or not painting
not
building
were very, very different, and I found that difficult when I spent 3 months hammering every night to get my army to what I would call an acceptable level at the best of my ability because I was going to an event. Now, I played 2 nicely painted armies.
Yep.
And then I painted one that was half sprue grey and half undercoated.
Yeah.
That was it. And
I played one exceptionally painted army, one that was half not built, not painted, and then mats.
Yeah. Which was painted.
Ish.
Completed. Fuck you. But yeah, I think that was tough. There was a mix of unpainted units, armies, and some really nice painted and converted stuff. And that was a bit weird. It was jarring to be like, there's such a difference between the top level army and the bottom.
Do you know what it was though? The person that I played that had that was a local player.
Yeah.
So I think because we were travelling to this event, paying to stay in an accommodation, going somewhere else to be nice to people, I think it means more to us to go.
Yeah. It was an event.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas if it's a local one,
20
at your
minutes.
gaming store, 20 minutes from home, you're probably like, oh, she's just like a day of gaming.
Yeah, I would have been there anyway having a game with someone.
Yeah.
So,
So I genuinely think that was the attitude from the one that I had.
I think my problem with that is that if you're running an event, well, it depends on what you like. If this is a club event and we were the stupid idiots to drive 3.5 hours to come to a little Saturday event, and maybe this is more indicative of a day event, because it's more of a gaming day
more
for
of a club
the group.
event. Yeah.
and we were just like, yeah, cool, we'll go. Then fine. If you're doing an event, and this is an event, here's the pack, here's the...
And in the pack it says, like...
Try to.
We have, like, best endeavours to get it painted. So it's not saying you can't come unless it's painted. So, like... Because the boards were painted nicely. The boards are really well painted.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
nice
the terrain. So we had 2 volcanic boards, 2 ice moon boards, 2 forest boards.
With trees, Neil.
Yeah, lots of lovely trees.
Why did you not take pictures of the forest board with trees?
Sam has got some. He played on it. I didn't play on it. Then we had the ruin table with the giant impressive archway. And then me and Sam played on like a dusty sand type board that my bases matched really nicely, which was cool. But yeah, some really nice boards, some cool, unique terrain. And there were rules for each type of board, which was cool. I enjoyed that uniqueness, and that just added a bit to that theme of the weekend. That gaming day.
Yeah.
But yeah, having different rules for the boards, and it just to be a very simple thing was good.
What trees?
There are trees.
What trees?
They're like shrubberies.
I see shrubberies. And
No, they're not redwood
I want
trees.
a shrubbery.
I want a shrubbery. Do you have shrubberies on your board?
No, I don't have any shrubberies, which is why I'm just a night.
Oh, I found that hurt my ears, so hopefully it doesn't hurt any listeners' ears. But I found a 3D company that do the Ewok Village trees with the walkways and stuff, and they look really good now. I will find it and show you.
Is this,
Right.
Will this be another Insta spam link?
Yes, it will.
Let's not do that because Neil got hacked last time. And we got hacked because of that last time. Right, bring it to land. Event. Really good to go to. I really enjoyed going to another event. It kind of rekindled that. Actually, I do quite like going to events and playing people I don't normally play.
Yeah.
I get quite nervous meeting people that I don't know.
Yeah.
And playing them at 30k because of that whole like social contract of hey, I need to be nice to these people that I may not like, or what they're going to be like. Maybe they're going to be knobheads and I don't really like them. So it actually kind of reminded me that I do like going to events, and I think going into 3.0 I would like to try and go to more if I continue to play it. If not, I'm thinking about going to more 40k events.
Yeah, I personally, I would happily go to another day event, but I would much rather do a weekend where you get to know people. It's maybe a little bit smaller, not than the event we went to, but just in general.
Yeah.
And enjoy the narrative that's being told. I think that pace of event is much more up my street than come fit as many games in a day, go home. Like, I sort of understand why it was a one dayer because you're at a gaming club and being like, hey, we're going to take up half your tables for 2 days. It's hard. You have to have a venue that you can hire, right? And then the price goes up, and there's a reason why day events are popular.
I've never really looked at other day event 30Ks.
Yeah, there are a few out there. There are a few out there.
Right. Anything else on the games?
No, I certainly really enjoyed it. Thanks to James for running a very easy to run. It run ahead of time, which is very rare from events, from what I hear. So that was really cool. It's where we had a long drive back. We weren't there stuck waiting for results or anything. It was all very smoothly done. It was a good day. I
like the 2.5K.
Yes, yeah, I do. And again, seeing some of the YouTube battle reports that are around 2.5, part of me goes, maybe that's the new thing, and maybe actually 3K is a bit of a push up, and 2,500 is the new cool. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Anything else?
No, they were my games.
You got anything else?
Well, I did play Tom on the Friday, and it was very murderous. So this is while we were waiting for Sam and Neil to finish work.
I didn't come along, so it wasn't me.
No. Sam and Liam to finish work.
Right,
Words.
cool. Happy days.
And me and Tom had some spare space on the Friday, so we played a game, and it was very mutual destruction, but I did get a win. Cool. So over that whole weekend, I got 3 wins with the Death Guard, which was really, really cool.
Nice.
That was the most I've played that army over this whole weekend. Yeah. So to come out with a positive spin after a long edition of lots of losses, I finished well. I felt like I finished 2.0 really nicely, which was cool to then look towards the excitement of the next edition.
Cool.
But yeah, right, we'll take a quick break and come back with Operation Kill Team.
Hi, I'm Neil, and you may remember me from such things as Who's Neil? My dog ate my hobby project, and Tau, fish or friend. I'm here to tell you about our Element Games affiliate program. So as you may know, running the podcast does incur some costs. Hosting and equipment are just two examples of this. To help with these running costs, we have signed up to the Element Games Wargaming Web Store affiliation program. This is where Element Games provide us with unique links to their web store, and if you use our links, then we get a percentage of what you spend, big or small, to help run and improve the podcast. The links take you to the Element Games homepage or straight to the 40k products category. Simply shop from there. You can find these links in our featured posts on the Facebook Community Safe Room, on our Discord channel, and on our Instagram. Thanks for your help and support.
Welcome back. This is Operation Kill Team, and for this month's kind of episode, I thought we'd have a general discussion about playing in a vacuum. So what I mean by that is we are now 7 months in to playing Kill Team, and we have a handful of games only, and that's recently been because we've only really had us three to play, and life is busy and hard to get games, and we're disorganized fucks.
Yes.
And so games haven't happened. And I feel like we're 7 months in, I should have at least played 7 games, and I think I'm shy of that. So I'm like, oh man, this sucks. This is really hard. And it made me think of games that are kind of side games, like not the main games of the kind of the Heresy, the 40k, the Age of Sigmar. That side games that Games Workshop produce, whether it be Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth, Necromunda, Kill Team, are harder to play if you don't have that large, busy group, whether that's a club or a friendship group like ours, to play against. It's harder to get games, and so things die before they really get started.
Yeah, so I'd say, so we've done, talking about Necromunda before we got onto Kill Team.
Yeah.
I found the issues I had with Necromunda with playing is there was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 of us. 6 of us to start with that were going to play Necromunda. And it's not a complicated game, but it's also not an easy game.
Yeah.
It's not like Warhammer. It's not like it's not very similar to the other types of games that came out. Like and it feels like Games Workshop don't want you to play Necromunda because they're like, yeah, you need to own. Well, no, they want you to own everything. They want you to be they want it to be your thing, because there's like, in order to play your army, you need to have 7 books to do that.
I do wonder if a lot of these side games are created for the hardcore fan of that, either that style of play or is steeped in like Necromunda of
1995 or whenever it came out.
And that's what it's created for. And it's not created for new players. New players can obviously pick it up, but that's not really the intent of what they've built.
You can't buy the rulebook. You can't buy the dice. And you can't buy like tokens for it. You have to get their starter set to do it, I think, is what we learned. And it's the same for fucking Kill Team.
Yeah, it's like, I've been trying to get a rulebook for a while and not paying through the nose for it. And so far have been unsuccessful.
I genuinely, it feels like they're continually supporting it, because like the models for Necromunda are phenomenal.
Yeah,
like,
some of my favourite.
Fantastic models. But it just feels like they just don't want you to play it. Like it's very strange.
I think my thing is, and we see this because there are Necromunda YouTube channels and podcasts. There are Kill Team YouTube channels and podcasts. And it's their thing, and they do that, and that's really all they do.
Yeah.
Whereas as soon as you kind of get to a more general play set, unless you have a large group of people to pull upon, it's really hard to get games and get out of that newbie, I don't really understand what I'm doing.
Yeah, so that was where we got with Necromunda. Like, we played it, we decided that we were going to run a campaign, because Necromunda is kind of made for campaigns.
Yeah.
And we're going to do one day every couple of months where we're all going to get together and we're going to play multiple games, which will be like that section of the campaign, which is great. However, I don't think about Necromunda between those dates.
Yes.
So when I get there, I'm like, right, I need to learn to play this game again.
Yeah.
So like the challenge I found is because it's not our only game.
Yes.
It wasn't our only game, and we were playing it so far apart. Effectively, every time I came to play it, I had to learn it all again.
Yeah.
And because it's not all in one place, it's not all like in a Kill Team app, or it's not all in like one book that I can own and read before I get there.
Yeah.
Fucking all over the place. It just makes it harder.
And so that died.
So it died. So yeah, it has died. Like, and as much as I know, like Simon wants to bring it back, and other people really want to play it, I'm like, great, I'll be there when you tell me to be there. Like I'll go when you go, but I've got other stuff. Like I want to play 30k, I want to play 40k, and at the moment my finite amount of time means that I only play very rarely. So actually going, I'm going to play 30k over playing something else. So I'm playing Ben on Friday. And we originally were going to play 40k, and he's been interested in Kill Team, and he managed to get the not gobshites, but that's what
Goremongers.
Yeah, gobshites.
Goremonger gobshites. Yeah.
What?
So he managed to get those because he's going to double them up for his 30k and 40k army anyway. I think is the plan. But it is basically a Kill Team army.
Yes.
And so I was like, hey, you've got it. And he's been interested in it. I was like, let's just play Kill Team instead, right? Like, that would be enough to play a couple of hours. I'm going to get there like
it will take
7:30.
a while because he's never played it before. You haven't played it in a few months.
Yeah. So it's good enough. And I was like, great, that's way better than playing 40k because I know there's more people that can play 40k. Like, so I know Liam wants to play it. We've got a little campaign we were talking about doing. I know you've got the Space Wolves you want to get out on the field eventually. Neil...
Something.
So
he's got some Necron games to get in.
Yeah, he does need to do that. So there's more opportunities to play 40k. So I'm like, right, I need to capitalise on this Kill Team opportunity and play it. And I feel like once I get to know it more, and like on their website, they talk about playing a game of Kill Team in 30 minutes. And I'm like, it's doable.
I can see
it.
I can see us, because of the way we play, an hour.
Yeah.
I can see us comfortably playing for an hour.
But if I can get it down to an hour, that means I can play on like a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
With like something else going on elsewhere, and it's just me playing for an hour, and actually it becomes, or play multiple games in a time. I think the challenge I get, because it's so far apart, I then have to relearn it every time, or spend the hours before I get to the game figuring out what I'm going to do.
Yeah. And I think that one of the things that triggered this whole subject, if you want to call it that, is the idea that it seems like from being away at the event as well as just chatter online, people have suddenly in our local friendship group kind of gone, oh, I'd like to try that. I'd like to do that. So like Ben's picked up a Kill Team. Liam's talked about Kill Team. Tom has some of the Eldar, are they called Void Scarred or the Corsair Kill Team? Yeah. He has those models. And Simon's up for playing any edition and every edition because of Hutton. So it helps him. So all of a sudden you're like, well, there's 4 or 5 extra people who are like, yeah, I'll give Kill Team a go. And suddenly you go, oh, the spark's back. And a bit of life gets drained into it. And I'm excited by that. And we'll see if it does produce more games in the rest of the year. I'm hoping so. But I just think these side games, you either need to pour everything into them or almost have the discipline to say, I'm not getting dragged into it.
Yeah.
Because actually I play 40k, 30k, that's all I have.
Yeah.
For me, again, finite time. It's getting a little bit easier as the boys get older, but I'm not quite there where I can just disappear.
It's why I've not played Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's why I've not got anywhere. I've not gone anywhere fucking near it. Not looked at the models.
I'm so tempted by it. I absolutely love Lord of the Rings. It is my thing. And I just can't because it's another game that I will barely play.
Yeah.
And it's another game that I have to remember the rules for.
Yeah.
I got as close as I've made 2 lists, Ents and Eagles, that I'm like, oh, this could be kind of fun.
But it's like, I've got Star Wars Legion that I've not touched in ages. I've got like...
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, exactly. And it's stuff like that. And
Ben just sold his.
Yeah, Ben just offloaded all of his. It's stuff like that where I'm like, actually, I'm not playing as much as I used to because of having a kid and a young family. And I know eventually that will change. So I'm not going to sell my Star Wars Legion.
It's going to be 10 years, but it will change.
But, and Kelly, and we're only having one. Like, there's no fucking chance of having any more. So, like, it means that actually I can, with good planning, get out and play games. Yeah. So I just need to, like, finite it down. I think Necromunda, I'd be interested to look if there's like a Necromunda one-dayer that I could do, like a one-day campaign where against one person and we just play it
and
multiple
just play
times.
for like 6-7 hours.
Yeah, and I'd be interested in that kind of style of play.
Yeah.
And I'm interested in continuing like Kill Team for now. But I feel like any of the other kind of like expansive games, like Imperialis, like the airplane game, Aeronautica, like
yeah,
Blood
I really
Bowl.
liked the idea of that, but I've never played it.
And I think it's just Aeronautica's not too bad because you play it like a board game, right?
It's a bit of a box game.
Yeah. And,
Which technically Kill Team is like, when we talked about terrain, it's much easier and better to have the box.
it's way better.
Oh, yeah.
I anyone that's into it,
Like,
I recommend just buying the box.
I am tempted to buy a Hive Storm box to give me the rulebook, to give me some more tokens so I can give Sam's ones back, his old set. Even if I offset the models.
Yeah,
So I'm not actually that interested in the Aquilons or the Vespids.
I'll buy the Aquilons off you.
I'd happily go, have them. Like, I've got no use for these. And if it's a $5 back, cool, whatever. Like, and then I've got the rules, and I've got the
You
terrain,
could have the Vespids.
and I've got the board.
Could, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think at this stage, I'm very tempted.
At the moment, I actually have a Tau army. Did I tell you that? See that? I've got the
You got the Vespids.
I've got the Vespids, and I've got the store anniversary model, which is a Tau Sept dude holding a sword.
It's a
Ethereal?
ethereal.
So I
yes.
technically have a Tau army,
Hmm.
and I've got 20 crew.
Now you've probably
Now
got
you've got an army.
No,
Yeah.
I've got an army.
2
not-
units.
It's not a big army, but
No,
it's an army.
no, it's auxiliaries as well at that. But
Yeah. Slowly the Tau are growing.
You could play a fully painted Tau army before Neil ever did.
Challenge accepted.
I'm sure you've done it once at least.
Nah, when he
No?
had a Tron themed army, you played fully painted then.
No, he definitely
No,
wasn't.
definitely
That was when he was
wasn't
playing me every week.
Yeah,
And it definitely was not fully
definitely
painted.
wasn't fully painted. No.
So I think Kill Team, like thinking about like stuff to do going forward, I feel like I just need to kind of force it to happen.
Mm.
Like at the moment, I'm not playing 30k because the new editions come out, and I'm probably not going to be that way for about a month or so.
Oh, easily.
So I'm going to try and focus on 40k for now and Kill Team because it's basically the same game in my house.
Yeah, I really want to play more Kill Team. I really do. And I'm excited by the amount of people that seem open to it. And I think if they enjoy that and then they want to become regular players of Kill Team, having it as a Tuesday night, do you know what? Let's play some Kill Team. And whether that's with one other person separate to the group or the whole group playing it, who knows, who cares right now?
The biggest blocker is terrain.
Yeah.
Like you do need the terrain.
Yeah.
It's
You can print the terrain.
yeah. The whole thing
A
of
little bit
going.
of a steal there.
Yeah.
You need to print unique terrain that has the same footprint.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's a bit more work.
Yeah.
I believe in you, Neil.
So I mean, it's something we could entertain when we go away, but at the same time, you need the terrain
Yeah.
to be able to do it.
When we go to Warhammer World,
Yeah.
you can go. You
We
can
can
play
probably
on Kill
book-
Team. You can book Kill Team. terrain.
Have we booked tables?
I'm pretty sure I did it.
Check.
Please have a look.
I'm pretty sure I
Check,
sent an
because if
email.
not, we should book some tables. Otherwise,
Ben-
we could find ourselves short.
Ben, I'm pretty sure Ben messaged me and was basically like
You've done it before. Can you do it?
fuckboy doing it and was just like, oh yeah, how do we do this? Like, do
Yeah,
we book
yeah,
it? And
yeah.
I was like, you just want me to book it, don't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something we could entertain
Mm.
because we're going to be playing 40k.
Probably yes. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I due to the group, I will probably try and bring a small learning force of heresy
Mm-hmm.
so that everyone can get a game in. But I'm not bringing it in terms of here's my force and it's
Yeah.
2,500 points. If I do play, it'll probably be my very first game of heresy.
I'm kind of not wanting to take heresy.
I'm tempted to bring 1,000 points for a learning game because of the group of people who are coming. But so I will probably bring a small force for that, and then I'll bring my Space Wolves that I would love to get to 1,000 points ready
Yep.
before then, and then Kill Team would be great. I
Yep.
need to rebase the Orcs onto the correct size bases.
Yeah.
That's something I've been putting off, and I do want to repaint them.
You've not got the rings that you can put them in.
No, I've got bases to put them on.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Because I took my las cannons from my Death Guard off of like resin styled bases,
Yep.
and they're 32s,
Okay.
which is what Orcs are on now.
Right.
So I'm just going to use them because I have 10 of them, and I have 5 orcs that need to go on them.
Fair enough.
And then all I need is a Terminator base for the knob.
Yes.
That because he's the old metal rocket pistol guy, I'm probably going to do what I did with my Wolven, which was put his 25mm base on top of the 40mm and then rubble around it. So it makes him a bit taller.
Give me from.
If anything, it will hurt me and kill him. His head will be over a wall.
He'll be over and like, sniper shot, boom.
Yeah, that won't be fun. But that's probably what I will do.
Fair enough.
Because I think he's a slaughter base and all that.
Yeah,
I can't be bothered with all that. Just glue the base to another base and cover it in crap, and then it won't move, and it will be solid.
That's very true.
And then I've got to think about magnetization for the magnet cases.
Fair enough.
But yeah, lots to do before that event in August. I now feel. But yeah,
I did email.
Good.
I don't know if I got anything back from them.
Okay, we'll look into that.
Yes.
But yeah, playing Kill Team, we need to play some more games.
I'm
hoping by next month we will have some Kill Team games to talk about. I think we'll need to organise those, whether amongst ourselves or with bringing some of these new people in. And I want to finish the year strong on this. I don't want to fully commit into getting another Kill Team or like I said, maybe buying a High Storm box from somewhere if this is a game that will die at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So I want to really invest and get more games under my belt. At least 5 or 6 in the next 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
So, watch this space. But I guess if you have a club or a group of friends and side games really work for you, it would be really good to hear how you do that and how you manage that alongside potentially playing mainstream games like 40k and Heresy or Age of Sigmar, dare I say. What's been your experience? Have you tried to play Kill Team, but because the scene's dead, you've just dropped out of it? Same with Necromunda, like Sam's shared. Just, it'll be cool to hear your stories of these smaller kind of skirmish type games, why they really work for you or really don't. Please bring that Discord to our Discord or to our Facebook safe room. It would be great to hear from you. Right, we're going to take another quick break and come back with our Spotlight, which is a lore segment on a Tyranid Hive Fleet.
I've got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Alright there, my lover. Sometimes farming is hard work and I need a midweek break. So we started Mike's Midweek Hangouts as a midweek haven from the hustle, bustle and loud noises of the farm. These gatherings are held in Facebook rooms. You can join from the link found either in the Adeptus Terra podcast safe room or found in the Hobby Hangout channel on the Discord. If you want to get some midweek hobby progress in, why not grab your scrumpy and join Mike on a Wednesday from 8:30. See you there, my lover. Come on now, let's get together.
Why is it every time I knock it over and it disappears? Oh, hello, and welcome back to the third segment of this show, which is a Spotlight. And in this Spotlight, we are going to load up my iPad and have a look at what the show notes are. We are talking about a Hive Fleet from the Tyranids. This Hive Fleet is specific for reaction from the Hive Mind to deal with the Great Rift, which is called the Hive Fleet Kraken. No, Hive Fleet Leviathan.
No.
Kraken.
No.
Okay, this is where my show notes need to be.
This is Hive Fleet Kronos.
I was close.
Which is very cool. It's a minor Hive Fleet. As always with the lore Spotlight, we'll get a bit of background, bit of history, bit of notable kind of conflicts they've been involved in, and then a general kind of round out at the end of the segment.
Before we get into this, wasn't Hive Fleet Kronos within one of the old books that you could get from Forge World, or is that a different one?
No, I believe that was a different one, but I may be mistaken.
Okay.
But because the Tyrannid one was Amphibian Project,
Yes.
which I don't think was Kronos.
Right. Okay.
Because they were like greeny, whereas these guys are red and black, which we'll find out a bit more about in a later bit. But yeah, I think these guys have been around, and I think they've kind of written them. Oh, I've just got cramp. Fuck.
Stand up and talk. Charlie horse.
Oh. I hate that.
Do you hate when you get it in your tongue?
No, I don't think I've ever had cramp in my tongue.
You never had a cramp in your tongue?
I can't say I ever
It's
have.
where you like do something stupid, like try and put a gobstopper in your mouth and like kind of
Okay.
move your tongue out of the way, and then it kind of
Like
goes into
jaw lock.
like goes into like a cramp
No, I just
or like
No, I've never done that.
yeah.
I very rarely get cramp, but I've
the
been
whole
up and down
turning
ladders
your
all
head
day. So
a weird angle and sort of stretching it, having that and that go in your neck. That's horrible.
yeah,
That must be awful for you. You're quite old.
Yep.
just love that
The
one.
recovery.
Every now and again, just by the way, you're old, Neil.
You're 40, right?
I am over 40. Yes.
How over 40? Like we're talking 46, 7?
Go fuck yourself.
You're 40 this year.
No, next year.
It's next year.
I'm 39 this year.
You're
I am-
40 next year.
Yes,
Within the next year, you're 40.
I
No.
am,
year and a bit because I haven't had my birthday.
Oh,
yet.
yeah, good point.
I am 3 years older than Matt.
Okay.
As of October.
What are we going to do for your 50th?
Yes.
We should do something massive, like fly to like the LVO.
Let's hope we're all still alive.
I mean, I would. I intend to be.
I hope so.
Never say never, no.
Yeah.
Like, anything can happen.
Um,
You carry on for another couple of years now?
we could do something for my 50th,
Yeah.
as I didn't really do much for my 40th,
No.
which
Yeah.
was 2 years ago
Let's
now.
do something fun.
LVO. We could,
I mean,
we could
I've
get
got-
you to win
I've
the
got-
GT at the,
I've
at
got-
the LVO. We've got 3 years to fucking coach you.
God no.
We could do this. Top table nil.
I think we've got a few more than 3 years.
Let's all enter the painting competition at the LVO.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd
I
pretty
might be
cool.
finished in 8
You'll be
years.
finished.
Oh, we've got-
Vulcan might be finished.
I might
Got
be
like
finished in 8 years' time.
7-8 years. Yeah, 7-8 years, and then I've got 7-8 years to afford to go.
Yeah,
This
start
is
saving now.
perfect.
Do the penny a day thing.
My kids will be old enough to leave at home. Perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is looking possible.
We could do it. Right. Anyway,
Las Vegas for Neil's 50th. I like it.
and painting competition.
Anyway, going back to time, Kronos.
Yep.
Hive Fleet Kronos. I think they've been around for a while. I don't know if they may have turned up the dial on what their kind of uniqueness is, but I'm not entirely sure. But we shall learn more about this minor Hive Fleet. Before we get directly into the Hive Fleet, it's good to kind of highlight the Tyrannids themselves. They're an extragalactic xeno species, ravenous biological horror that consumes all biomass in its path. Each Hive Fleet is vast, self-sustaining, and composed of countless bioships and ground creatures, all united by one single hive mind. The hive mind is a singular collective consciousness that orchestrates every action of the Tyrannid swarms. It adapts and evolves its creatures in response to threats and opportunities, constantly seeking to optimize its consumption of genetic material. Am I just letting that go by?
No, carry on. It's fine.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be a problem.
Talking to It's just the jungle we're in. Carry on.
It seems like ga and duki duki don't work.
I love Evolution. It's such a good movie.
It is great.
Such a good movie.
So, talking of evolution, we are going to talk about the Hive Fleet Kronos, which is a unique and deadly splinter of the colossal Hive Fleet Leviathan, specifically engineered by the hive mind to combat the ever-growing threat of chaos, which is very unique in Tyrannids because they care about biomass, not warp realm stuff. So interesting. This adaptation arose during the era Indomitus, a desperate measure by the hive mind to preserve the galaxy's precious biomass from being corrupted and consumed by the warp, especially in the wake of the Great Rift's emergence. So the idea is really Hive Fleet Kronos is like, your job isn't to eat a bunch of stuff, but is to stop chaos so that we can eat a bunch of stuff. They are a blockade between chaos and them corrupting the things that they need to survive and thrive on. One of Kronos' most terrifying characteristics is its incredibly potent shadow in the warp. I believe Kronos have rules in the Codex. I don't have the Codex, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they do have kind of stratagems that allow them to have a more potent shadow in the warp rule. This psychic null field is so intense that it precedes the invasion swarms, agonizing psychically active foes and draining their life force. Not good for a demon. This not only throws enemies into disarray, but also bolsters the Tyranid hosts in the Hive Fleet. Unlike many Tyranid fleets that revel in close combat, Kronos prefers to engage its foes from a distance. The reason is simple: the very enemies it hunts, demons and chaos-corrupted entities, thrive in brutal melee. To efficiently exterminate these foes, Kronos unleashes a relentless storm of organic missiles, employing long-range bioweapons to whittle down the enemy before they can close in. We're going to look further into the response of the hive mind to the greater threat of chaos by looking at Hive Fleet Kronos' history and its notable battles. And I believe Sam is going to go from here.
Just looking to see if the Kronos rules are in...
I feel like they did. Maybe they had rules previous edition, previous codex. I vaguely remember each kind of Hive Fleet, and Kronos being one of them, had a little something that gave them a bit of flavour.
So, they weren't part of Amphibian Project, or the Hive Fleets from the Amphibian Project were unnamed.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, why Kronos exists? It's quite an existential question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why do any of us really exist? So, the raw, inconstant, and ethereal nature of chaos is and its anthemia to the Tyranids. It offers no nutritional value at all. None of those, all of those little things on the packets of chaos are bright red.
Yeah. No good for you, Tyranid.
I feel like that's definitely a UK thing, isn't it? People outside
Yeah, I
of the
think
UK
it
are not
actually
going to have any
is,
clue. Right? Okay. So, it's basically in the UK we're quite we're happy to say how bad food is and to tell people how bad it is, but we just have to tell people how bad it is. So we can eat shit food, but it has to
tell us that
we have like a traffic light system. Green is good, orange not so good, red bad.
Yeah, and it's like
red is the tasty shit.
Yeah. So it's like this has quite a lot of salt in it. It's 9 of your days worth of salt.
Yeah,
like that kind of fun. So it offers no nutritional value, no biomass, no to state that endless hunger. Historically, the Tyranids avoided the area, plagued by warp storms and demonic activity. However, the Citrix malediction, or the Great Rift to you and I, flooding real space with the impure essence of the immaterium. Avoiding chaos is no longer an option. Vital resources are being denied to the Hive Fleets, forcing the hive mind to adapt. Kronos is the hive mind's grim solution. This new terror traces a path along the Great Rift, with tendrils of Hive Fleet Leviathan diverting to leave defenseless worlds for Kronos to consume. While demonic enemies provided no sustenance, the biomass from these the biomass from these sacrificed worlds allow Kronos to grow to in power and numbers.
Yeah, that's really, really clever. You know, the fact that they kind of go, right, we've conquered this, but we're going to save it for Kronos because they need a food source, because without it, they can't get anything from the chaos. That's really interesting.
Is it that they go and conquer it, or is it they just don't go near it anymore?
Possibly.
So maybe they go, actually, which lends itself to go that Tyranids actually are quite smart.
Yeah.
Like, they're not just mindless horde eating shit. They're actually going, strategically go, actually, these worlds along that rift, let's just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Like,
because they'll be useful for this Hive Fleet.
Isn't that in a book? That is in a book. Where the Tyranids that prop up on this world that's next to the Great Rift. What book is that? I won't remember.
I'll probably encounter it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, maybe.
And it might be Kronos.
Maybe.
It might be Kronos. So where was I?
Sacrifice worlds allow them to grow in power and numbers.
They specifically target areas of intense psychic activity, viewing them as infected wounds that must be purged to prevent the breach between realities from widening. Worlds conquered by chaos-worshipping cults and warp-spawned abominations are obliterated by Kronos, akin to a maggot cleansing a diseased wound.
I genuinely was just thinking that, of like, you know, sticking the maggots in the shoulder of, Maximus in Gladiator. Just like, you deal with that, you're going to clean that out, and then... You know, then we will take them out. Otherwise, they'll just eat your whole arm. And it's like that with the Tyranids. They're like, the chaos is the infection. They're going to deal with that so they can consume fresh meat rather than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Psychers, Chaos Worshippers, and Demons are the primary targets of Hive Fleet Kronos. The organisms that it spawned are specifically designed to eradicate the taint of the immaterium. Eradicate your taint. The existence of Hive Fleet Kronos highlights the adaptable and reactive nature of the hive mind. It demonstrates that even the seemingly unstoppable Tyranids are forced to evolve and specialise to confront new and existential threats, like the galaxy-spanning influence of chaos. Kronos' mission is not simply to consume, but to cleanse, ensuring that the galaxy's raw material remains clean for future consumption by the Great Devourer.
They're really unique.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Go away. Why do you keep listening to me today?
Very nosy.
She's very nosy.
So anyway, Neil, take us through some of the notable campaigns.
Okay, so Kronos has been involved in several key engagements demonstrating its unique purpose. So we've got the Battle of Wolf's Head that was in M42, exact date unknown. Kronos unexpectedly intervened in a battle between an Imperial fleet and a Chaos War fleet, utterly disregarding the Imperial ships to directly engage and swarm a massive Chaos battleship in the Wolf's Head Nebula. This allowed the Imperial forces to retreat, leaving Kronos to its gruesome task, but not until they unleashed a final salvo for good measure.
It's just so Imperial, isn't it?
Just like, we're going to retreat, but
kaboom! See you later.
Next one is the second Battle of Shadowbrink, again in M42. In fact, all of these things I'm going to be talking about are unknown dates, but they all happened in M42.
It's like they only just created this lore and background for this for this Hive Fleet.
It's strange that. When Shadowbrink, a world previously cleared of demons by Hive Fleet Leviathan, once again erupted with chaos energy, Kronos arrived. Surprise. It deployed highly...
Who are you going to call? Hive Fleet Kronos.
It deployed highly specialised psychic organisms like Malceptors and Zoanthropes to critical warp activity areas. Their concentrated shadow in the warp was so powerful that it began to close the very wounds in reality. Despite charging demonic legions, Kronos maintained its ranged assault, slowly but inevitably banishing the warp-spawned horrors.
That's cool. I like when they put these kind of notable battles in that kind of tell you, hey, if you want to build this Hive Fleet, use some Zoanthropes and Maliceptors. Because that really represents their shadow in the warp stuff.
And lots of range.
I think it'll be cool. It'd be cool to have this as an army that you kind of bust out when you're playing Chaos.
Yeah,
so
have some painted up to the side.
Yeah, be like, we know you're bringing, I don't know, you're bringing Chaos Knights or whatever, and you could just bring like a squad of these.
I think this Hive Fleet really paints a picture of a campaign of two people playing multiple battles where you could have the Chaos trying to intercept one of these sacrifice worlds so Kronos can't grow in strength, and having Kronos going to a warp active and having to shut warp portals, and like having that narrative driven, dare I say, crusade games with a Chaos player who maybe has a Space Marine, some cultists and demons, and then a Tyranid player. I think that'd be an amazing story you could tell.
Yeah.
Cool. So next up, we've got the Spoiled Feast. Kronos has been observed consuming the pre-digested, rancid remains of worlds left by Hive Fleet Leviathan.
You are right.
There you go.
Right, yeah.
This symbiotic relationship allows Kronos to replenish its numbers, even from spoiled biomass, highlighting its unique role within the larger Tyranid invasion.
Nice. Just
fair enough.
They're the dumpster divers of the Tyranids. Just like, it's a bit mouldy, it's still good.
It's fine. It's edible. Next up, Cutting the Signal. A tendril of Kronos directly targeted an astropathic beacon used by the Night Lords to lure void ships. Despite the Night Lords, despite the Night Lords' attempts to divert them, Kronos focused on silencing the signal, forcing the Chaos Space Marines to retreat. They didn't really force them. The Night Lords
would have
run away.
Yeah, they would have been leaving pretty quick anyway.
There's too many of them. We're going to run away.
No, not even that. There are someone here. Well, let's
They're
go.
gonna run
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, if I can't stab them in the back real easy, we're out of it.
Feels like Night Lords would never ever go against like horde armies. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
mm,
Again, perfect narrative mission. You play a Tyranid army versus Night Lords, and the Night Lords' objective is just get off
get
the
the
table.
fuck away. Yeah.
That would be really cool.
So fun.
You could play that awful mission or the awful deployment map where it's the circle in the middle and then the armies at two
Yeah,
ends.
both ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play like American Bulldog style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go on, Neil.
So final one up is Burnt Offerings. And in a mysterious event, 1,000 Suns warbands of the Cult of Manipulation began immolating worlds with sacrificial rituals before Kronos' arrival. It remains unknown whether these acts were intended to repel or attract the Hive Fleet.
I suppose you could learn, like, if we just sacrifice a bunch of people over here and do some chaos stuff, Kronos will come and that'll allow us to go and do this. That would be really interesting if chaos was adapting to the adaptation. That would be kind of cool.
My sleight of hand.
Yeah, and it makes me think of the Hive Fleet versus the Tau,
Yes.
where both sides are like changing from like slug type rounds to lasers to harder armor to bigger monsters to swarms, because both sides are really good at adapting. That was really cool.
Right, I think, Matt, you're going to take us through unique traits and appearance.
Yeah, so it's just further down this line of thought of why they're so unique and how they operate. So they possess distinct adaptations for its anti-chaos role. One of them is this ranged combat specialization that I mentioned earlier. So its invasion swarms are heavily composed of termagant broods, Tyranid warriors armed with potent long-range biocannons, such as the Balethorn cannon, if you really want to get specific. This weapon is an adaptation of a barbed strangler and is powerful enough to penetrate even the toughest armor and energy shields. So really good at sniping out heretic Astartes, possessed marines, and the like.
Nice.
Their warp nullification, so the shadow of the warp generated by Kronos is so intense that it can actively prevent chaos demons from manifesting, which is crazy powerful. Obviously, that has to be in highly focused instances, but it can even completely close warp rifts, as we saw in that notable battle. Again, you see lots of zone throats, maleceptors, hive mind, neurothropes, anything that's a brain bug are often deployed so they can use that greater shadow in the warp to bigger effect. And lastly, that symbiotic relationship again with Leviathan. You know, since demons and chaos-corrupted biomass offer no sustenance, Kronos really relies on that symbiotic relationship with its parent Hive Fleet, Leviathan, that will leave worlds, chosen worlds, that are easy to accessible and easy prey for Kronos, so they can replenish their numbers and continue to adapt to the chaos threat. This strategy has led Kronos to develop an even greater appetite for psychic prey, including Elder Craft worlds, Chaos Sorcerer cults, and human star systems that are affected by the psychic awakening that happened in the reaction to the Great Rift. Their distinct colours, I think I mentioned it right at the beginning of the segment, is Kronos is a red and black carapace. Red and black is the main colours. It's like the red armour panels and then the black skin. So it's quite a striking colour scheme that I think could look really, really good on the table. I think they're perfect for like a snow kind of base where the red and black would really pop. I think that would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
But that's the Hive Fleet. Just a little minor Hive Fleet to look at with a very unique purpose. I think they're really, really cool. But to round out, I thought I would include you gentlemen in a fun conversation. What do you think are the best ploys the Tyranids could use against different enemies of the Hive Mind? So Kronos is obviously chaos. The example I'm going to give you before we jump into other is Astra Militarum, Guard, and assassination of leadership, like deploying the Death Leaper, Lictors to kill off heads and assassinate so the orders break apart and all the normal men go, this is scary, which is literally out of the old codexes for the Death Leaper, that's what he would go and do, just cut the heads off I think he killed every person other than the governor. So the governor went mental and had a breakdown, which is even crazier, sick, twisted. But for me, that's how I would disrupt. If I was the hive mind, I would send a bunch of assassination bugs to go deal with the hierarchy of the guard. But yeah, what about any others? Any others jump to mind that you think would be the way the Tyranids could deal with different threats to them? I think like Eldar, I would go like Swarm, right? Just outnumber them. There's less of them already. Just more and more bodies, and eventually they will just crumble.
With the Tau, they could adapt themselves to spew hot oil.
Fry the fish.
And
That's a good idea.
Like chicken, not chicken nuggets, fish fingers type style.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
Rolling them in dirt to make fish fingers.
Yeah. That would be perfect. I think spewing hot oil would work against Tau.
Going back to the your Eldar thing, unpredictability, because obviously the Eldar are always looking to the future to predict what's happening, so they need to have some form of unpredictableness.
Yeah, true.
The anti-psycho one would be good.
Yeah.
The
actually, the Kronos would do really well against Eldar anyway.
Yeah.
Just because of the anti-psycho kind of vibe.
Yeah. Or going after the hive, the craft worlds to eat the circuits.
Yeah, the Infinity Circuits.
Like to eat all the dead Elder. Would probably have
taking
more
the
impact.
souls.
Yeah.
That would be really interesting. I think obviously the classic for the Space Marines, like the generic chapters, is that whole kind of jack of all trades.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you look at the Ultramarines' massive fight with Behemoth in Macragge, it's like we've got the Swarm Lord and Hive Tyrants and Carnifexes, but also the Swarms. It's a bit of here's some monster, here's some outnumbers, here's some sneaky guys. It's almost like the stereotypical hive mind responds to the stereotypical Space Marine.
I don't think that's necessarily the right way. I think if you look at the Blood Angels and the Devastation of Baal, it was the way they got them was by spreading them too thin. So they were attacking the world on the way to Baal, and then basically they made the Blood Angels come and try and protect those worlds, and the attrition was just there. So it was just outnumber the attrition again. And it was just like, it's fine, you kill 10, that's fine, we'll spawn 10 more. And it was that kind of forcing them to come out of their keep. Actually, if Blood Angels just went and defended Baal,
which is what they ended up doing.
They
ended up having to sacrifice worlds.
It's because they couldn't keep up. But actually, if they just sacrificed all the world straight away, rather than trying to do a fighting retreat and just go and build a massive defensive on Baal.
Well, that's how they stopped one of the big hive fleets in the past. I remember in 5th, when I really dived into Tyranid lore and stuff, there was an Inquisitor who exterminatus a whole bunch of worlds. So it really slowed the Tyranids down.
Then he got Trail.
After all that work, and I think he redirected them into the Orcs, and that's where we have the Octavius or Octarius sector, where it's just Orcs and Tyranids fighting each other.
And the Imperiums just sort of stood on the outside waiting to see
who wins, and
I don't know if it's the same guy. I don't know if it's the same
maybe
guy.
Not. But I vaguely remember an Inquisitor doing that and then getting murdered for it.
It's definitely an Inquisitor thing to do.
Yeah. And he was right to do so, really. But obviously he was seen as too drastic. But yeah, I'm just trying to think,
Necrons, they just have to have some form of electromagnetic pulses that would just deactivate the Necrons.
Yeah, I wonder if Necrons you'd go, I don't know, I'm thinking things like venom thropes and stuff where it's just toxic cloud stuff. Doesn't really affect them other than line of sights and stuff. So you're shrouded so you can get up close and avoid their mass firepower of lasers.
Yeah,
maybe. But yeah, I mean, obviously all the toxic stuff works perfect against humans as well. Votan as well, I wonder.
Can't eat them.
Just again, it's mass, isn't it?
It's numbers, isn't it?
Because they just don't have the numbers, so you just overwhelm them with numbers.
No.
Which is the Tyranny's greatest.
Which I think is a lot of the time, a lot of the factions, the way to deal with them is just overwhelm them.
Yeah.
Which isn't really an adaptation to go after them.
It allows you to make that bit yourself, you know? Again, I think Tyranids really work well as a foil to a story because you can adapt them across the board. and go, right, well, we're going to have a ton of monsters because the hive mind is adapted to your all tank list. So we've now got a bunch of Carnifexes, and there you can put lore reasons into why your army looks the way it does.
Yeah.
And I think that's really, really cool and works really well for narrative. But I am a bit of a Tyranid fanboy. If it wasn't for the Space Wolves, I would have a lot of Tyranids. So, yeah.
I just feel like Tyranids as a faction, it feels like you need to work to make them like interesting.
Yeah.
Like they do some really cool stuff, but it's kind of a blank canvas where like to make them fun, you have to have these really fun models and the really fun characters and your own kind of narrative. I'd say they're definitely more of a like to play them not just I'm going to bring these because these are good.
Yeah.
And to actually kind of have them as an army that you look after and like. I think you do have to work hard, which is what I found really tough with them was that I did Hive Fleet Leviathan. I did Hive Fleet Leviathan because I really like the paint scheme.
Yeah.
Like actually, I can't really tell you anything about the Hive Fleet Leviathan apart from they're the ones that went off to bar. So it's a bit tough.
Yeah, I think and I've always struggled with that. I think lore Tyranids are way cooler than tabletop Tyranids.
Yeah.
Because the game, you need certain elements of things. And I've tried the whole all Gene Stealer list, loads of Lictor lists, loads of monster lists. Like I've tried all of them, and it really feels like to play it well, but also to be interesting, you need a bit of everything.
Yeah.
But then that does break away from some of the more narrative stuff, like we've just done with Kronos. I think this is one of the most interesting Hive Fleets, and I think if I was starting from scratch, I'd be tempted to do them because I think they're just so unique out of all the other Tyranid lore.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really cool. So I enjoyed the spotlight for that reason.
I think they always struggle as well because you don't get books on them. You get books where they're the
bad
antagonists and they're the ones that are trying to fight because they don't talk, they don't have
Yeah,
their own
yeah.
narrative and stuff. That's why I think I really enjoyed the cult books more, like the Hive cult, because actually it gave a voice to this big bad.
Yeah.
And like the subterfuge that went on, and the fact that actually they were welcoming the fleet, and then the cult gets fucked because the fleet just eat him anyway.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. Like I did really enjoy it, and some of the books
Gene
they did
Stealer
for the
cult stuff is really
like so. Gene Stealer
interesting.
cult are more my style.
Yeah.
Than Leviathan.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think it's really hard. You also have to, like you say, working hard. Like, why is this 20-man Hormigant sitting on this objective?
Yeah.
Well, because it's worth 3 points. But actually, that unit that's 8 inches away, I should probably be eating that.
Yeah.
But the rules say this is the best choice.
I don't know what they're like in
think
this
you have to
edition.
struggle with that.
I don't know what they're like in this edition. As in, like I played Liam once with them, but like all of the old kind of adaptions and not program behavior, but like
It's there, but it's different.
Yeah, because I quite like that. You went in our synapse and actually they just fuck off and do stuff. It made way more like, oh, let's kill the big bugs because the little ones will then just run away.
Yeah, I really like that. Kind of, you were either like, right, kill the numbers, but deal with the fact none of them are going to go into that program behavior, and hope that's enough, or kill all the pinpoint leader bugs, and so that they all go crazy and go elsewhere. I think that was a really fun mechanic that doesn't really exist anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, that was Hive Fleet Kronos. Hopefully you found that really interesting. If you're a Tyranid player, get in touch with why you play the Tyranids and how you choose to play them. And yeah, give us some of your answers. What Tyranid adaptations could you see working against some of their biggest threats, like Kronos, who have adapted to Chaos? That would be a really fun talking topic as well. Cool. So we'll take a quick break and come back with our rounding out of the episode. Do you want to paint some models? Come on, let's go and paint. They're always sitting on the shelf. They won't paint themselves. Do you want them to stay all grey? Hi, I'm Matt, and you may remember me from such things as pessimist or realist, you decide. Laziness, the hobby killer, and the burning of Hivani Prime. I'm here to tell you about the monthly hobby hangouts that we host online. These run usually the last Sunday of every month from 8 PM UK time, where you will be greeted by one of the podcast hosts. Every month is a blast with lots of chatter around the hobby as well as wider life in a friendly atmosphere. Some of us get a decent amount of hobby done, but by no means is that the must for these hangouts. We post updates and links to these events through our Facebook safe room and Discord channel, So jump on those to join in with other members of the Adeptus Terra community. We hope to see you there. Welcome back. Here we are, rounding out the episode. It's been a fun one. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have enjoyed the conversations we've had.
Mm-hmm.
I think we waffled a bit at the start, but it was fun.
That's
It was cool. It was good. Lots to talk about. Preview, new heresy, Memlock event. Lots going on, which is cool. We look forward to our Warhammer World trip as well at the end of August, playing some more games. We look to play some more Kill Team. And we looked at a really cool, in my opinion, bit of lore around the Hive Fleet Kronos. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Until we're back again, the only thing to really remind you guys is of our next hobby hangout, which is the 31st of August, 8 p.m. onwards. Come and hang out, do some hobby, chat some nonsense, have a good time. Come and join us there. Come and join our Discord, our Facebook community safe room. Leave us a review. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, Apple, whatever that is now. Podcasts, I guess. I don't know. We are available across the board. Get our name out there. It was always good to hear of people who discover us, particularly through friends. We just thank you for continuing to listen to us. So, unless you've got anything to add, gentlemen, until next time, I've been Matt.
I've been Sam.
And I've been Neil.
And this has been the Adeptus Terra podcast. See you soon.